welcome to All Chat Entertainment slash Bag of Rolling, the final stream for Bag of Rolling. After this, it'll only be All Chat Entertainment, where we all get together, hang out, and play games. Today we're playing a TTRPG called Ashes of Civilization that we're still playtesting. We've been playtesting it the past couple of weeks, so if you want to see how that's gone, go check it out. We've got new updated rules again today. If you're interested in that, let us know in the chat, and we will share those in our Discord, where you can find some of that information and stuff. Oh yeah, starting next week, we've got the next campaign kicking off on Monday, GM'd by Maya. We are very excited for that, including all new characters in an all new world, which you'll see an update to the stream next Monday when we kick off that campaign. You'll get to see a whole bunch of cool little interesting things, including links to some articles about the world to get to understand just some of the core foundations of what's there, plus anything extra. You can learn more about our characters on there as well. Let's see, that's World Amble, that's the next stream, that's everything we've got, right?
I thought the campaign started on the 31st.
Campaign starts on the 31st. Next Monday is it is a one-shot event that will be taking place in the same world. I've already got it planned out for the most part. It'll be surrounding a major moment in the recent history of the region that you guys will be playing in. So, yeah.
Yeah, which we are super excited for that. So we got the one shot next week. That'll introduce you to the actual like the world that we're in. That'll include those articles and the updated stream on next Monday. And then the Monday after that, we will have and be kicking off the actual campaign with our new characters and stuff. So sweet. Anything else that we had?
I don't believe so.
Sweet. So get excited for today's session. It's a one shot DM'd by Caleb, which we're super excited for. We forced him to DM.
I don't want to.
So,
I don't want to.
We're excited for that. We're gonna do like a detective style campaign. So, or one shot. Yeah. I don't believe we have any more announcements.
Sorry, the stream.
So this is where we cut to the really cool animation.
A nice one, Mike.
And then we start.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb, take her away.
I'm scared.
That's
So, all right. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
All right. So, as the detective agency, known as the Masters of Disguise, you all have been tasked with finding out the reason for the string of murders in the small town of Greycott. And your contact, Dr. Dexter Grimm, is really the only person that can kind of guide you in the direction of what could be going on. Your company has sent you to assist a competitor, the Secret Probe. With their quote, "We'll get to the bottom of it." Now, I'm glad Riley, I think, gets that one. But now we will go to character introductions in an automobile owned by Eric's character.
Hi, I'm Mr. Nunn. And you see Mr. Nunn has a suit with a button-down shirt buttoned up to his eyebrows, no tie, very clean and crisp. He does not smile. That'll be the hardest part of playing this character. He never smiles. You see he has this very like curly dark hair, very light fro, very small, and that's about like very clean. His hands are like almost always like folded in front of him.
Is it a jungle out there?
A little bit. And driving my character would be
His assistant, the assistant detective, Janet Bannett. She is a recently hired assistant for the detective agency, mostly for Mr. Nunn. She has a strong work history, though, in retail.
And to the two in the back of the vehicle.
shaking in his boots from riding in this vehicle. Thank God he's not driving. Holding a cigarette without the window down because he's that kind of person in someone else's car, smoking away, is Senior Detective Graham Gregg. But most of y'all already call me by my nickname Triggerfinger. Senior Detective Graham Gregg, as he insists to be called unless he trusts you enough to call him Triggerfinger. He is, of course, a senior detective, and he is wearing one of those old-fashioned trench coats that goes all the way near down his ankles, all black, and inside, every time he kind of shifts around from his blatant and obvious fear of being inside of motor vehicles, you catch the handles of a few different weapons. Looks like he might be packing a detective special or maybe a double barrel that's sawed off, and it looks like he might have a rifle case at his feet and a billy club, and it looks like he has a crowbar tucked in. He's got a lot. But he is just. Oh, about how far is this drive gonna be?
Blinker,
more hours.
blinker, blinker. Car. Car, 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 car.
Hey, I will lean over to the person sitting next to me. How long is this gonna be?
I think if Thaddeus Linwood knew that there was going to be smoking in the car, he would have tried to drive it separate, which really bugged him because that would have been a little more detrimental to the to like nature in and of itself. But I think the smoking would have been a deal breaker. So definitely driving behind you guys in his eco-friendly Prius
Oh.
is Thaddeus Linwood, who you guys can currently see. The best way I can describe his looks in like a really comprehensive way is if you think of like the what was it, stepbrother in Napoleon Dynamite, like
yeah.
the guy that had like the little ragged mustache with like the really thick glasses, really like slunched over. That's my guy, slicked over to the hair, kind of thinning hair, big glasses, really thin pencil mustache with no other facial hair, very scrawny, currently wearing a lime green polo with a dark green shawl over the top, and some blue jeans driving behind you guys. You see Thaddeus Linwood.
Awesome.
And he is occasionally just waving ever so often to everybody in the car, even if you can't see him.
Well, with our elite group of detectives, clearly, approaching the small town of Greycott, you're greeted by passerbyers, walking across the streets. You can tell it's dark, dreary, a light, misty rain in the night, a couple of neon signs here and there displaying pub, displaying women, XXX.
Oh, that's
Displaying,
right.
yeah,
God,
yeah,
oh God.
yes,
Oh my
displaying,
God.
Thaddeus is in the back doing the same thing.
yes, displaying
driving?
pawn shop.
Yeah, yeah.
Just smokes a few couple individuals on the roadway.
You see, if people in the like the first car would see Thaddeus like holding a Bible up, like a pocket-sized Bible, up to the XXX
Little Gideon
girls.
Bible.
Yes. And then you see him put it down on his lap, but you don't necessarily see like where it goes from there.
Well, as you all are driving around, the only information you were given was the contact by a Dr. Dexter Grimm. Your company, while important and very prestigious as it is, did not really give you directions on where he is located in the town. You know it's not big, but for anyone who's driving, or anyone looking out the windows looking around, would anyone like to make a... see, getting used to this rolling.
Sure.
Would anyone like to make a wisdom
I can do
check
that.
for me?
I'd
Anyone-
love to give that a shot with my -2, thanks to my phobia being activated.
Give me
What dice are we rolling?
D12.
It'll be D12s.
I have a +4, so this.
I got a -2.
And oh my god. And I will say that this will be a easy roll.
I've
got a 12.
definitely
All right.
not
Okay.
made.
I feel
I-
like
I-
I feel like when this can be an easy roll. I succeeded, but I don't know what kind of information I'm going to be given. So
Okay. What
I
did you
succeed.
crit?
I got a 9. No, I got
Okay.
an 11 total.
11.
I-
Okay.
I rolled a 2, so I got a total of a
Well-
-4.
Well, it's a good thing that Detective Thaddeus Linwood also
Okay.
rolled successfully because you were driving in a separate vehicle. So luckily for the 2 that succeeded, you all will see among the giant blaring neon signs Dr. Grimm's office with a slight little skull underneath it.
The
Glowing neon with one eye missing on it. Clearly the bulb is out.
Thaddeus would lightly, and he actually had his car horn changed to something even lighter than a normal car horn because he didn't want to be aggressive. So he hear a little beep beep.
Aruga!
Oh my god! And then I will pull into Dr. Grimm's place and just hop on out.
Please.
And everybody can see
Dude.
my natural walking stance is pretty much that of a pregnant woman, where I've got both my hands on my back and I'm just kind of walking around.
Oh god. Is it gone? Can I open my eyes?
Yeah, please, God, let's stop the car. Please, please, God.
Yes, you can open your eyes. It's still there.
Oh god.
As like the car is like slowing to a stop before it's even like fully stopped, Graham is like throwing the door open, stepping out, and like hands on his knees, leaning over. All right, and like as he leans over, like a little snub nose 357 detective special falls onto the ground in the street, and he quickly swoops it up and puts it back in his pocket.
Oh, that you can't keep that. That fell on the
Um,
ground.
He's gonna
Just
pull
no,
it out. And
throw it. Just throw it away.
he's gonna. I'm
throw
gonna
it
like
away.
sniff the handle.
N- n-
What? No,
Oh.
it's
just throw it. Just throw
it's
it
been
away.
fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Look,
And
look, look,
I want to walk
let me
over.
help you
I want to
out,
walk over to the
Dr. Nunn.
Sarge, and I want to.
Detective Nunn.
I'm gonna. You can now see I have a fanny pack on my belt, and I open it. I'm like, all right, let's find something here for you. Just take this, and I hand you my pocket-sized Bible. Take this, and I hand you my Germex. Here we go, and I go. Whoosh, whoosh. I pull out 2 little baby wipes, and I give it to you so you can wipe off your gun.
I'll just spit on the handle and like spit shine it on my trench coat jacket.
Yeah.
Hand you back your wipes and everything, and put it back
No.
in the inside.
Don't
pocket.
don't
No,
don't
no.
don't vomit. Don't vomit. Don't vomit.
Thaddeus's phobia has already been triggered because he is definitely afraid of germs. And
I'm- Vomiting is one of mine. So is germs, but vomiting is also one of mine.
See, Senior Detective Graham is not really phased
And-
by all these germs and everything.
Well, you also spit, and that touches on my dentist's phobia.
Senior Detective Graham is also around near 53 years old, but he's been 53 years old for the past 3 years because
Just-
he stopped counting. Listen,
Shoot.
when you've been like this for 53, some years, you don't let it phase you.
I don't get paid enough for all this.
You really don't. Neither do I. And I will pull out a small flask that looks like it is coated in like dirt and mud, and just.
Oh. Yeah, so Thaddeus quickly takes out his hand sanitizer and just, and then he offers some over to Mr. Nunn.
Oh, I would love some of that.
Puts it above your head and squeezes it down, but does not let you touch it. Mr. Nunn, would you like some?
Is it the good stuff?
You see, he pulls out his own
Oh.
baby wipe.
That almost made me throw up. Not even my character. That just almost made me throw up.
See, I just want to say, I know the character that Eric is somewhat modeled after, and I modeled Senior Detective Graham Gregg as if it was that, but the exact opposite.
All right, well, let's say
Go-
we all
go in.
go inside. Yep. Okay. Well, and I'll just go to. I will knock on the door 3 times first.
You'll hear some rustling around behind the door.
Just knock one more time.
Wait, we hear rustling.
Just knock one more time.
Yeah, from behind the
You'll
door.
thank me later. Just
Graham's
knock
gonna
one more
just
time.
put his hand on his detective special inside his trench coat
Thank
and
you.
step to the side of the door, like out of the direct opening.
And a little slit will open up to the door, and you'll see little eyes.
Well,
What?
hey! I've been sent by the masters of disguise to come help you, along with my
No.
friendly friends here.
Okay. Are you with those other idiots?
I haven't worked with anybody else, but I mean we're here to replace them. So, everything about that.
We're here to help you with your problem.
It's not my problem. Business is booming.
Okay, well,
He'll just close the door. You hear a bunch of locks unlock. Slides. A little shifting here and there, and door will slowly creak open. Who's wanting to go first?
I'll
This
walk
is
in
sketchy as-
first.
I'll walk in second then.
Before
I
walking
ain't
in.
going in there. I hand Mr. Nunn one of my walkie-talkies. I'll wait at the car.
Wait, do you have a set of walkie-talkies too?
Yeah, I used to work retail. I stole them from my old job.
Okay, so I gave you walkie-talkie to communicate with me, so give your walkie-talkie to somebody else. You'll
I
have
can
two
hang on to it.
walkie-talkies. One for with me and one for somebody else. Unless they all connect, in which case you can give your two away, but I'm not giving my walkie-talkie to anyone
We
else,
all-
and I'm
They
gonna
can.
keep not
They
taking
We
can
all
connect.
We all have a walkie-talkie now.
Yeah, I was gonna say
hand it out.
they can all connect if you want to set them on the same frequency.
Yeah.
Mine will be half sticking
I
out of my
never
little
seen
fanny
them
pack.
this
So
clean.
like the center of my stomach will just be a walkie-talkie sticking out.
Looking around before I go inside, looking around the parking lot,
Mhm.
do I notice anything, see anything that sticks out to me?
Just that it's very dingy as an obvious observation. If you'd like to try to find some more details, you can certainly roll.
I was looking for
Or-
like a clue, like do I see like a certain type of tire tracks, or it may be useless now, but that might be helpful later, kind of thing.
No, realistically, you'll see an oil spill and a very dark oil spill in the same location. And you can kind of tell that this is probably where somebody parks their vehicle at every day, or at least while it's running, it's always parked there.
Okay,
Just with your intuition.
good to know.
Uh,
And I'll follow
So,
them inside.
who's going in first?
I'll walk in and I'll look at the individual, and without even knowing what they look like, I just immediately go, "Oh, this looks nice." And then I look back to the door, and I'm like, "And you must know a lot about locks." Now you have to tell me about home security sometime. Anyways, and then go on.
Yes, and you'll see he's not in one but two leg braces, hobbling over to a very full morgue. And I mean, all four of his tables have a body on them. And all of his doors are
Oh god.
closed. Yep. And each one, three of them are sewed up already, and one is wide open on the mortuary
Senior-
table.
Senior Detective Graham Gregg is going to pull out and begin lighting a cigarette. But as he's lighting it, he will ask, "Hey, is it alright if I smoke in here?" And then,
Yeah, just not around that. And he'll point to the clear smoke alarm right above the door that you're lighting it under.
I will take 3 steps in.
And then
Thank you.
Thaddeus will take out a little squirt bottle that he usually uses for his cat when it disobeys him, and he'll kind of towards the cigarette and try to put it out out of range.
I will shoot you.
What?
Give
Shoot
him a
me
new body.
instead,
You
please.
said business
Just
is
shoot me.
booming.
Just
I'll
let me
shoot
be
you
done.
both. I mean,
Listen, it is okay. And Grim will put a cigarette in his mouth and kind of flick it, and some
wait,
of the
your
ashes.
name's Graham too?
Grim.
Oh, Graham. Close enough.
And clearly, some of the ash drifts into the body cavity that is wide open.
I'll
Y'all
step
figure anything
over and-
out?
Have wipes ready. Wipes. All the wipes. Have them ready.
Thaddeus will take his
Yeah, we got a
Germex back
couple
out and he'll be like,
bodies.
"Well, that can't be sanitary," and he'll pour some of the Germex into where like the ashes fell.
Hey, don't
You're-
be tampering with them bodies, son.
You are not. Yeah, you are not very familiar with evidence, are you?
I'm.
Can't
I
be
know-
contaminated it.
I know
As-
these.
as Graham
Well,
casts his
Hold up.
ashes into the
I
body.
know these ashes are mine. And you just cleaned whatever was on the organs in there.
You can see him just slowly back up. Considering probably nobody knows that he was a mall cop before this, and he never had to work with evidence. This is definitely due to him.
My God, they did send the D crew. Takes
Hey,
another
I
drag.
know D crew. I
Wh-
may not be a crack
Why
detective.
are we here?
but
Why
I'm
are
a
we here?
crack
Why are we
shot.
here? Why are
Well,
we here?
you're here to solve why these people are dying. I love business. I get paid for bodies coming through here, but frankly, I'm the only one that cuts them open.
He's the guy. He's the guy.
He ain't the guy.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yes.
What?
I don't.
It's so obvious.
Please let him be the guy. Please let him be the guy. He's the guy.
I'll just take another drag.
Shh, Mr. Nunn, the mortician's not the guy.
You wanna come get your pet in here,
What?
Mrs.
What?
Whatever your name is, George, Sam.
Why are you
I don't know.
idiots on a walkie-talkie? They're 10 feet outside.
Yeah, it's easier. Let me tell you.
My God.
There's a
Looking
slight
at the
drizzle
bodies,
in
do I
the
notice
atmosphere.
anything? Do I pick up any like clues? Anything that stands out?
Are you going up to the bodies to inspect them or just looking at them from a distance?
Kind of like I'll kind of do a cursory glance over all of them, and then if I don't
Mhm.
notice anything, I might like find one in particular and start to like the one that
Mhm.
looks the most different from the others, and start to pull apart like the specifics of that. You know.
Okay. I will have you roll either it's up to you, intelligence or wisdom. Because with your experience,
Okay. That is a 10.
okay. And is that with disadvantage from your phobias or are you good right
So
now?
I would say that that's tough.
Mhm.
It's up to you if you think I'm good or not. Like, I kind of picture that I've been around dead bodies a lot, so I can be more comfortable in like quickly gathering facts and like zooming away, which is why I did wisdom instead of investigation. I'm better with crime scenes than I am with bodies, but you know, it's up to you if I should roll at disadvantage. That was
I,
a
I
straight
will
roll.
say, yeah, I will say, with that roll, because you are right underneath a hard, you can observe that each of the bodies have their own information. They have their names, date of birth, blood types, all their generic medical information. You'll find their occupations on there as well, and they range from everything from a banker to a prostitute to someone that worked in the paper mill. They have no common connection, it seems like. Blood types are all different, blonde hair, brunette. There is no real connection. It seems like whoever's doing this is just out to kill people.
Randomness. Oh no. The bane of all great detectives.
Looks like we got ourselves a serial killer.
Mhm. Yes, but I still don't understand why. Some of
I
these
mean,
people. I mean, I
bodies
visited
here.
her at least twice a week, and she never
Well,
disappointed me.
I can see why. I can see why. Now, some people, when they do the serial killing, they tend to have a pattern. And I'd say that his pattern's probably for killing. Yeah, I think he's liking to kill. That's what I deduced here.
Hmm.
How were they all killed?
Well, as you can tell, besides me cutting them open, they're all pretty well brutally chopped to bits in some places here and there. But the scary part is, well, besides the gore, there was no weapons, no other evidence.
You can see he's
Is that looking like a knife?
you can see like he's got like a little checklist, and he's like, okay, ask what was wrong with them. So you haven't been able to ascertain the murder weapon.
Well, it's sharp, clearly. You cut that one right through the bone almost.
Sharp. Do you know how
When
large
I look-
the item might be?
I don't know, a couple inches at least. Could be. It's not stabbing. I mean, they're hacking away at it.
If
But
I
I'm
look
no
at
professional.
the cut really close, does it look like it was like sliced, more cleaved, or more torn?
I will say with your 10 previously that it looks like it was cleaved into the body. Now, if you're wanting to look into the body more, you can. All of the bodies. You can look at one specifically. You can look at them all. Y'all can work together.
I will gesture towards the flesh next to the bone that he pointed out and say, "No, if you look at this, this looks like a smaller blade, 2 to 3 inches, but using force to break through the skin, like a axe, maybe a hatchet."
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Using the force to break through the 2 to 3 inches of skin there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true. It could be that. Yes. Most intuitive.
That he's
Something of
click,
that sort.
checks another thing off his list, and he's still writing down notes on this little thing, and he puts it back down in his fanny pack. Well,
I do have one question though. I've seen a hell of a lot of drugs in my life in this town. But if you look up their noses here, he'll take a drag. I ain't never seen nothing yellow up in there before. And that ain't snot.
Mind if I have a peek?
Don't eat it.
I'll
Oh
just
my
use like a
god! Oh my
pinky.
god!
I think
just scoop some of it out.
I imagine that Mr. Grimm is like leaning over, not Riley, but the doctor. And as he's like kind of leaning over, that he's just gonna take a quick step back and be like, "Suspect everybody," and like try to look up his nose from behind.
Oh, this guy's nose?
Yeah.
Oh, there's clearly just hair up there.
Oh,
Like,
Okay.
he's
I'll
definitely
just
the weirder, older mortician. Like,
scoop some
oh,
of
you're
that.
hooking it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna scoop some of that yellow stuff out and like extend my arm in Detective Nunn's direction. Just be like, "This look familiar to you?"
He's not looking. He's like fully turned around, like
Okay,
peeking
hold
over
on.
to
Give
see
me
if
a
his arm's
second.
still out.
Well-
Hey, out there, you said you was a store clerk beforehand. You seen a lot of druggies. You come in here and see if you recognize this.
I hate that that's so accurate. And I enter.
While she's entering, Thaddeus is gonna ask.
Oh my god, there's
so-
another one?
So, we're new to this. We're new to this town. I don't suppose you could tell me where the drugs might be picked up, like where you think they might be.
Yeah, because they
from?
gonna tell some detectives that they're where the
Not
drugs
here.
coming from.
Not here.
Where might one obtain some drug?
Well,
I mean, we can go ask around.
there's plenty of corners.
Ah,
There's also the pub. But mainly people go there for a drink and rest. They've got nice beds.
now hypothetically, let's say wink, wink, leave behind our prior conversation about drugs. Where might someone be interested in visiting on a fine night like tonight? If this was for say off the record.
Did you clearly not see the sign at the beginning of town? Women XXX?
Oh,
So it's
God.
gonna be in the good place, the happy place.
But
All
that's
right,
not
hey.
drugs, that's women.
Oh, well, I said Okay, you clearly didn't pick it up what I was putting down.
Women are addicting.
Yes, they
Oh, I
sure
would
are.
know. Where do you think my paychecks go? Why do you think I'm
Amen
glad
to
business
that.
is booming?
I'll just give him like a pat on the shoulder with the hand that still got
Don't
some of the
touch
goop on
me.
it, and then
Don't touch
extend it
me.
towards the store clerk. What's
Wait.
this look like?
Question, did you leave the booger on your finger when you slapped him?
Oh, definitely.
Ah. Well, at least I'll get this. And he'll take it off. Puts it in a little beaker. I guess I could test this while you all go find drugs.
Perfect. You got one of them wipers?
What?
Them cleaner wipe? No, I'm talking to any of the other three. You got
Yeah,
any of them
I
cleaner
definitely
wipers?
reach in my fanny pack and pull out baby wipes.
I'll
As
like
I
take
enter,
it.
I'm gonna hand None a wipe instinctively.
Just wipe my finger off. All right.
Why?
That
Just
one
the
was pretty
one
rough.
finger.
Yeah, just the one and throw it away.
Alright, well.
Ghost, I'll be honest. And
And
his hands
Dr.
are like crummy dirty. Like it's visibly a different skin tone after he wipes off his
Aw.
pinky. Like, this dude's never washed his hands in his life.
I'm gonna throw up, Riley. I need you to stop.
Dr. Grimm will put the beaker back into place to do some tests, and after seeing the dysfunctional four, he will, in front of everyone, flap the folds of the torso back over, and you'll hear a wet as the Y formation gets sealed back over. All right,
Something to
well,
just make you hungry for dinner.
Looking
No.
at their
Uh,
feet, is there any
Mhm.
like dirt and grime that's consistent across any of them?
absolutely.
Is it all pretty similar color?
Yeah, you could tell that it's roughly the same color.
On their bare feet?
Yeah, bare feet, around ankles, kind of thing. Like if they were wearing shoes or weren't wearing shoes.
Sure, let me get to skinny here, man. Now you're the mortician, and we get that. We were told to meet yous. Thought you might have some more informations, but you ain't seeming to be giving us too much of them informations. So what? Let's go off the record here. Put our notepads away, even though I didn't have one out to begin with. What do you really know?
Well, I know
No,
that there's several
it's-
dead bodies.
No, come on. What do you really know?
I mean, like I said, several dead bodies. There's this yellow stuff in their nose that you clearly like to dig for, which is disturbing, but I've seen worse.
It's good detective work. Know what you've been looking for.
Mm.
So what you know? But like
Mm.
where the drugs coming from? Where's the main spot to pick them up?
I think
Listen,
that
we ain't gotta
we
talk to
can
you
leave
about it. We ain't
now.
gotta.
I think that
I-
that's
Well,
quite enough.
well,
Thank God! And Mr. Nunn just stomps out of the
No.
floor.
well, I didn't get your name,
Follow.
Mr. Detective.
That'd be senior detective Graham Gregg.
Oh, all right,
You
Graham
might have heard
Cracker.
they call me Trigger Finger. You might have heard.
Okay, Mr. Triggerfinger. I will
Yeah.
let you know something. The pub right down the road. That's pretty good. You might find a few contacts here and there. That's really about it. That's you don't worry about drugs with the women. That it's really not the same. We try not to mingle those together.
Never do.
Don't you throw a wink at me.
Senior detective
Yeah,
Graham
Now,
Gregg.
now, please get out. I have to finish sealing up these bodies, and I will let you know something. If maybe tomorrow I'll be able to tell you about this gold nugget you dug out of this person's nose.
You're welcome.
Yes. Now get out, please.
So, as we walk out, I want to look immediately to my left and right, like down the road. Do I see any women on the corners?
Oh yeah,
Okay. So,
like definitely.
So, Thaddeus will call out to Graham and say, "Watch and see how it's done." And
That'd be senior detective
he's
Graham
going to take
Gregg.
off his glasses and put it on his polo.
Oh fuck.
Take his thinning hair and slick it back a little bit. And he's going to kind of like strut over to some of the women, reach into a second compartment underneath his fanny pack, and pull out a $1 bill. And just look at a woman and go,
Question:
"Yeah."
Is your Prius clearly labeled with a detective agency?
I think it would have been a bumper sticker on the back.
Mm-hmm.
He just goes up to one of the women and goes, "How much would this get me?" As he's like waving that around a $1 bill.
They'll turn and whisper to each other. Turn and look at you.
I think immediately like self-doubt goes in. He's like, wait. He pulls out another $1 bill.
That is tempting, honey. Mm.
Listen, I don't need any comfort. Trust me, I've got plenty of that at home. I'm just looking to see if you know where I could get some drugs.
We don't mix around with drugs, baby.
Right.
We leave
right,
that
right.
stuff
No,
alone.
no. I never want you to think that I'm thinking that you would do drugs. What I'm saying is that you probably have talked to individuals that know where the drugs are, and maybe you've heard them talk about it before.
The only drugs we're smoking is a pole, if you catch my drift. Wink.
I know.
Did
And he
they
puts the
audibly
$2
say
back
wink?
in, and then I walk away.
you
Looking
can kind
around,
of tell they're
ferocious.
kind of laughing at
Poor
Detective
Thaddeus.
Linwood. Just a little bit, just little chuckles here and there.
glancing
That
around
was,
the parking lot,
embarrassing.
from where I'm standing, can I
Mhm.
see a color of dirt similar to the color that matched the feet of each of the victims?
No.
So it's a more distinct kind of color than just in general the town. Okay.
Wonder if there might be like a farmhouse around somewhere, a bit of ways away. It's got that kind of dirt you're looking for there, Detective Nunn. Maybe that's where they're picking up this illicit substance. I mean, who knows? Maybe they ain't taking whatever drug causes that by choice.
Maybe. We need to find the crime scene. That is where we'll find the clues.
We probably should have asked him where the crime scene was.
Do you want to go ask him where the crime scene was? One of you guys, since there's bodies in there. Want to go ask him? Somebody.
Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on. I'll go over and bang on the door again. Much more ferociously than my companions did.
How many times did you hit?
Hey, where's that crime scene?
What?
Where's the crime scene at for the latest body? The most recent one. The one you just showing back up.
You'll see
Where's
just
it
a little twitch in Dr. Grimm's eye. 5th and Main.
Fifth and
It'll be
Main,
the-
thanks.
It'll be the little red apartment. The second story. Okay.
But like the scarlet letter red?
What?
We all read them books.
It's
I actually
red.
never did read it. Okay, red apartment on 16th and Main.
No. 5th, you idiot.
Fifth
My
and Main.
God.
I'll turn back and see if Detective Nunn heard.
Nunn's already in the passenger seat of the car. I imagine his assistant's also starting the
Already
car.
got it running.
Listen.
Oh, go now! He smokes! He smokes! Go now! Go, go, go!
What
Press
street?
the
What
button!
street are we
Go!
on? Like, how far
Huh?
are we from Fifth and Main? How far are we from Fifth and Main?
You are on 1st and Main right now. So you're about 4 blocks away.
You don't even have to worry. The second he gives that information to Senior Detective Graham Gregg immediately begins walking down the street and just waving you all on to go. I don't do cars. Nope. This is the farthest you're gonna get me in the car. And we'll light up another.
And Graham is going to close the door because you just randomly walked away and get back
Thanks
to
for
whatever
the
he was doing.
information, Grib.
That's fine. I always try to keep spares, and you'll see Thaddeus go to the back of his car, and he's gonna pull out 2 folding bikes and whoosh, bring him out. We can ride together.
I mean, my
I've already
fear of
driven me and
automobiles-
Nunn to the spot.
There's not extended bicycles, so I guess I could. And Graham will spend a solid 2 minutes attempting to get onto this bike before you realize he's facing like so much like weakness of muscles from years of doing what he does, and he finally I'll just walk alongside it.
Oh, and Thaddeus will go, oh, well, I was gonna give you the special bike. It's got the nice little bell. Ting,
All right, that's a game
ting.
changer. And he will fight with it until he get on, and ting ting. This will work.
And we're
I'll
gonna
even wipe it down
room
for you.
together.
So
Yeah,
how many
perfect.
hours do we beat them there by?
Well, it's only 4
4 seats
blocks,
down.
so yeah.
With the
Traffic's
who
not
knows,
that
we might get
heavy.
there at some point.
Traffic's not that heavy at this time of night. It's the main traffic is on the corners. You will see driving down. There's women getting picked up here and there, and there's also just there's some shady folk that walk around town, but that's just expected out of a town like this, where they're just walking around, just kind of lackadaisically wandering, But nobody's standing out nobody really standing
You
out
said
to you.
some people are lackadaisically wandering.
Yeah.
Thaddeus definitely tries to convince Graham that he needs to look up their nose.
I will do no such thing.
So, okay. Can you describe to me one person that that's like kind of off in the distance that is lackadaisically wandering?
Yeah, there's a smaller built male. He's kind of thin, tall, kind of almost lumbering around where he's looking around, doesn't know where he's at. Kind of staring up at the sky. Sometimes he doubles over in a coughing fit.
So, Thaddeus, while riding with Graham, like down the road, like taking our stroll, he is going to be telling him all about the musical theater he did in high school and how those skills are about to be incorporated into this. And he's going to kind of like ride his bike over to like kind of next to that tour guide. He's going to act like he's going to pass him. And then as soon as he gets next to him, he is just going to fall over. He's going to try to get up and look up of his nose, like, whoa, wow, he fell over. He's going to try to really sell the fall, too. Like, ah! And then, like, look up his nose as he's on the ground.
Whoa, man, are you okay? And he'll kind of lean over to try to help you up.
I'm going to, like, grab his hand and, like, take it, and then I'm going to act like I fall on him once I get up. And, like, I, like, grab his head and, like, tilt it back and, like, look up his nose.
Okay. I won't even make you roll for this because you're you're subduing his head. He's back, like head leaning back.
Oh,
And
I'm
like,
so
hey.
sorry. I'm like, I'm holding him. Like, I'm so sorry.
It's okay, man. He'll kind of give you a hug and be like, "I'm all about that brotherly love, brother."
Oh,
It's all
wait,
good.
no, not like that. And then because of that, he reaches into his back fanny pack and he pulls out another small Bible and he hands it to him.
Oh, thanks, man.
Did I see any yellow up his nose?
No.
Oh.
Besides, like, a couple bats in the cave, but nothing of that substance that was retrieved out of there. But his eyes are clearly glazed over and a little bit bloodshot.
So
I'm gonna like
Thaddeus
walk
will
up
look
to
back
this
to Graham.
situation.
Like as Graham's walking over, he's like, "Don't worry, he's not infected. He's just going to hell." And then he gets back on his bike and starts riding back over.
As you're leaving, you'll hear this mysterious man go, "Thanks for the rolling papers, man," and he'll just kind of walk down the hallway.
Okay. Well, now after that side, Thaddeus will go. Okay, no more. Hey, that was a fantastic idea, Graham. But I think it's time we meet with the other guys. Okay, no more diversions.
Slowly pulling his 357 detective special back out of his sleeve and holstering it again, he'll just be like, "You understand that you did just assault that man, like assault, like the crime.
I fell in front of him
like
and he helped me up."
No, you committed a like maybe that could have passed off from falling in front of him, but then when you grabbed him by the head, forced him to. Okay, no. You committed a crime. I'll look past it because you're a fedo. But I mean, I might next time. Okay, just don't. You assaulted him.
I'm not so used to this, and like this green shot ever so occasionally like gets stuck in his tire behind him, so he keeps like pulling on it. So eventually he's like, I keep seeing you reach for that gun, and he like reaches and he pulls up his shawl a little bit and he pulls his pistol out from his pocket. He goes, "I see you keep like pulling this out. Is it legal to have this thing out?" He's like, "I feel like that's not.
No,
that's not
that's
supposed to be."
That's brandishing. That's brandishing. You don't put
Gotcha.
it away. But
he has to like fold his shaw up a little bit, and then sticks it back down his pants in the back.
It ain't brandishing if they don't know it's there. And Senior Detective Graham Gregg will slowly open up one of the sides of his trench coat to reveal a revolver, a sawed-off shotgun, a small like compact folding rifle, like bolt action rifle. The other side has a bandolier with 18 rounds. And underneath all of the rounds, you see a billy club hanging and a phone book that has some suspicious crimson stains, as well as a flask and 2 very large packs of cigs and a few lighters. Yeah, you could say I dumped all my eggs in one basket.
No. Thaddeus will lean over
He's
to
a
Grant. Oh, go ahead.
he's a senior detective, not because he's been on the force for very long, but because he's the last one left. He killed
he's-
the rest of them.
He's
Listen,
got tenure.
They don't keep Senior Detective Graham Gregg around because he's a good detective, because frankly, he's the most dog shit detective this place has ever seen. They keep Senior Detective Graham Gregg around because if they want someone to disappear, he makes them disappear.
And I think as he says that, Thaddeus kind of leans over and he goes, I have to warn you. What you just did was a crime. That was called brandishing. I had a close friend tell me what that was not too long ago.
I'll give him a pat on the back. There, you're getting it, and it leaves like a slightly dirty.
Not the Shaw! Not the Shaw! Alright, well, now I'm assuming we eventually make it over to Dr. Nunn and
Yes.
Janet Bennett.
Squeaky bike.
I was going to ask, is the clear automotive team, do you wait for your compatriots or do you
I'll
just go
immediately
in?
just start investigating.
All right, yeah, then I'm helping him.
I'll start investigating outside, seeing if there's anything. Like, I'll do a walk around of the whole building, check any alleys and stuff before we go in. So maybe that'll buy them some time so they catch up to us. But yeah, do I notice anything in any of the alleys or any of that stuff?
No, it looks like regular alleyways. If you'd like to, for the walkway up to the second story apartment on the outside, I will say you can make a investigative roll if you'd like for, I think that would be
Intelligence,
intelligence. Yeah.
intelligence or wisdom. Either way, it's the same for me.
Yeah.
Would I get advantage if I have? Oh, or are we both? You're rolling separate. Okay, perfect. I rolled a 12.
I rolled a 7.
Okay. All right then. With the 12, I will say that Dr. Nunn, you will see that the lights to the apartment are on, and it seems like there's no dirt trail or anything like that would match the previous dirt that you found on the victim. The floor mat outside also does not have any dirt matching that. But it does have a welcoming mat, lights are on, and the curtains are open. It appears like a TV is on, so someone must be home.
I will knock 10 times.
Precisely 10 times?
Yep. Okay, they
Okay.
must not be home, and I'll turn and start walking away.
You actually have to wait. Give them a second.
Someone eventually comes to the door and opens it up very hesitantly and kind of peers out. Hello?
Hi, I'm Dr. Nunn, and this is my associate slash assistant. And we were wondering. We were told that this apartment is the place of a crime.
Um, yeah, my Paul, he yeah, he was dead in here. Uh, yeah.
Do-
Not a good thing to see in the morning.
we're with the we're with the detective agency to investigate this. Maybe you've heard of Detective Leland Stottlemyre. He's my boss. We're here to. Can we come in to look at the crime scene?
I mean, yeah, there was another group that came in and looked, but they didn't really find anything.
Yeah, they sucked compared to us. Transparently. Do you mind if we
Okay.
come in?
Yeah, I sure hope you can find answers. Yeah, please come on in. And there's
Okay.
only it's weird. The last group there's 4 of them. There's they sent 2 of you.
Yeah, we're
No,
the best of the
there's
best.
Oh, okay, okay.
no,
Well, I'm
there's
not.
there's 2 more of us. They're just
Well, are they
at the
with
morgue
us? Are they really?
still.
Hmm.
Well, I'm going to lock the door behind you all because I don't want people coming back to my house again.
Mm-hmm.
So you're
Perfect.
welcome to come check out my my pa's former bedroom. Um, we did clean up the sheets and stuff after the last agency went, but it was just mainly blood, like a lot of
And
blood.
he was in his bed.
Yeah, he went out for a drink and then said he'd be back. And then whenever I checked on him in the morning, because he normally wakes me up, I found him really just hacked to bits.
Were the sheets or the bed damaged at all?
Oh man, no, it's like they didn't miss. I mean, I've got it burned into my mind. They hit everything. I mean, the other group looked at the bed frame and everything too. They couldn't find anything. I mean, you're more than welcome to look at it all if you'd like. I mean, I know you said that you're better than them, so please, if you can find out what happened to my paw, I'll pay you too. I mean,
So they went out to drink, and then the next time you saw them, they were dismembered in the bed.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, let's look at the crime scene. Unless you have any questions.
Nope. I just really want this. I really want to find out who did this to my paw.
While Mr. Nunn investigates, I'm gonna sit down and ask the person about to tell me about their dad.
Okay. What questions do you have for little Timmy?
Jesus Christ. Um, no
Does he
specific
play
questions.
Fortnite? Sorry.
Fucking Christ. No
Yeah, that's how his
specific
dad got
questions.
dismembered. Just got absolutely destroyed.
Damn.
His build game wasn't up.
Get shit on! Get shit on! Get shit on! Pussy! Pussy! Sorry.
Jesus Christ. No, I mostly just ask him to tell me about his dad. No specific questions.
Like, what do you mean?
Like what did he do? What did he do for work? Who did he like to hang out with? That kind of stuff.
Hmm.
What was he
He
like? Was he a nice guy?
Oh, my pa was a nice guy. He drank a lot, but he always came home every night, like he said. But yeah, he didn't mess around with no women like a lot of people in town do. After Ma passed, he kind of just kept to himself, went to the bar a lot. Um, we played ball here and there, and then yeah, I got my mitt in my room, so it's gonna be kind of hard to play catch alone now. But yeah, I mean he drank with everybody that's at the bar normally. He went to the library sometimes and got me books. Um, Miss Gix, she's the librarian. She's really sweet, but I'm kind of too shy to go outside to go to the library, and I don't want to go to the bar to pick up Pa. He normally sleeps it off and then comes home. So I mean, I don't know. He didn't really have a lot of friends. He just worked and then took care of me and then drank. That was about it. I never went hungry. I mean, you can look at my pantry; it's pretty full.
Where did he work?
I worked at the paper mill.
Thanks. By now has he finished investigating the scene?
Yeah, if I'm like looking around the bedroom while they're
Hmm.
talking, do I find anything? Like, can I take a really long time and roll with advantage?
I'd say if you take your time while
Like, I
Janet
might
Bannett.
still be investigating when everybody else arrives too, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll say while Janet Bannett is just asking questions to little Timmy, you can search his pa's bedroom and get advantage on that.
How old is Timmy?
Timmy is about 17, 16, 17.
Oh,
No, but he's mentally not there. Like, you
I'm
can tell he's a little bit young mentally. He's scared of things, a lot of things. So he stays at home, doesn't really branch out. What's
As
up?
it turns out, I'm really good at searching crime scenes. I rolled an 18.
Oh my.
that's a crit, yeah.
That is a crit.
Yeah. So, with that, I will say you find a lot of evidence that was missed. I do mean it seems like a lot. Because with your intuition earlier at the morgue, you find in the hardwood floor cracks some of that same dirt along the side of the bed. But there's no gouges in the bed frame. There's clearly some blood left over. I mean, little Timmy couldn't get every spot out of there. But the sheets have been cleaned. There's no missing no missing chunks out of it. But there is kind of a trail through the hardwood floor, and you can follow it through the house. It leads only strictly from the front door to the bedroom, and that is it. But outside, due to the weather, it has washed away any trace of where it could have been.
Do the other two now arrive? Can we arrive?
If you hooligans on a bike have made it in time, yes.
I would think by now we've made it because
It's
I will
only 4
immediately
blocks.
check
Thanks for
their
letting me-
shoes for the same color of dirt.
Thanks for letting me stop for a coffee. As he's blatantly like got a cup of coffee that he's poured a shot or so of whiskey into. Just
You're checking whose shoes?
Both of their shoes when they arrive. Does the mud match there?
No.
Okay.
I would like to review what Janet Bannett like. I would assume that you guys are probably open to sharing the information that you've already figured out.
what do we got so far?
So with that, two things. I'm gonna look to Graham and say, I saw this in a TV show.
It's Senior Detective Graham Gregg.
All right. I'll just call you Mr. Greg. Mr. Greg.
Nope.
Uh,
Oh, that's not a. It'll be Senior Detective Graham Gregg. Just give that a go for me.
He's just gonna look serious. But Graham is such a pretty name. I mean, why would you want to cover that up with everything else? You just gotta,
Senior
you gotta
Detective.
peel
It'll
back
be
the layers until we get back
Or
to just one.
I guess Trigger Finger's okay. That's what they all call me back at.
I'm just gonna call you
Detective
Trig.
Agency. Nope, I think Graham's better than that. But Senior Detective Graham Gregg will do.
Little Timmy is clearly confused on this conversation.
No, so like after talking to Janet Bannett, that is totally known. Now, Timmy, you said you brought up a Miss Gitz, the librarian.
Yeah,
Okay. Now, what was her relationship to your father?
she's the town librarian.
Okay, but did your father? You said your father visited the library often.
To get me books, yeah.
Okay, cool. And your father lived to go to the pub, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you know any of his friends that might wanted to visit the pub and like somebody he might have talked to often?
Well, I mean, everybody at the pub gets along.
Yeah, but like any one
Don't
person
they
in
all?
particular. Anyone.
He really liked the bartender.
Bartender, perfect.
I mean, everybody liked the bartender, though. He's
Sure.
really cool.
Sure.
And what was his name? Did he ever mention that to you, son?
Just bartender.
All right.
Just bartender.
So, okay. Graham, I'm going to use this information later in an extremely cool way. You just got to follow along. And then he wants to go talk to Mr. Nunn. I think I've got something that you might want to know. Like
Hey, Mom, Bob's
when you're
worship
talking
magic.
about like the trail leading to the doorway, like the little blood trail.
Yeah, as you walk back into the bedroom after he explained that to you, like, which he explained it to you by taking out a pen and pointing to it and going, "This dirt is the same dirt as that which was on the victim's feet back at the morgue." And then he like stands up and walks into the bedroom again, like standing straight up and down. You see him like
I'll just
moving
like
around the room very slowly.
I'll sweep some of that dirt up onto my fingers and
Oh.
give it a smell.
So
Are you investigating that, or are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a smell off it. See what I can smell.
Okay.
Would that
I
be
didn't
a
know.
survival?
I didn't know if you were like, or like licking it, or like what? Yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah,
so.
that
If
can
you
like
wouldn't mind,
give it
give
a
me.
little sniff and then a touch
Okay.
to the tongue.
Yeah. If you wouldn't mind giving me a
Survival.
survival
Oh,
roll for
survival, I was gonna
that.
say,
Yeah.
survival would be what I'd prefer here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to take all the blatant negatives I have in investigation.
oh
I crit.
oh
Okay. So that's that'd be a
Whoa.
okay. Wait, it'd be a +1 to will, +1 to okay. So it'll be a 14.
Okay. And you crit. Nice. Wow. Tastes like dirt. But
Yeah,
not
it's
just
dirt.
any dirt. Yeah. But not just any dirt.
manure.
Manure. Yeah. It's kind of got, and it's weird, because you felt like you've had that taste before. In many of your drunken nights, or many of your times in a police foot chase where you fell and ate shit on the concrete, and you kind of got that dirt and kind of that almost industrial concrete kind of taste in your mouth from it.
Now let senior detective Graham Gregg here teach y'all new boys a lesson. You ever been in a chase or something and you ate shit?
I have never eaten shit.
Okay, well, no, it's a proverbial
I've
thing. I
fallen
mean,
down in the
I've tasted
mall
some
a couple
manure
times.
before. Okay, yeah, there you go. You know when you fall, you know that distinctive concrete taste like that industrial, like it's been worked on, that kind
Oh
of thing.
no, I knew Bob the janitor. He always kept the floors clean.
Okay,
You know, I always
listen,
had
Ah.
problems
we're
with my
looking for
janitors.
work.
They wouldn't clean
We're looking-
underneath the desk. Like, everybody always gets the top of the desks. But what about the bottom of the desks? Just wipe the bottom of the desk. I don't know. Just all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Question.
I'm down in the rest of that spiked coffee.
Caleb,
no,
question.
listen
Oh,
to me.
go ahead.
Yes.
No, go ahead.
See,
Riley, go ahead.
What we're looking for, I'd guess maybe some sort of alleyway, but it didn't have that distinctive, trash like dumpster flavor. Alleyway dirt's got that puddly water and mud. So I'm thinking something industrial, maybe a maybe a work site around town. Maybe they building something like that.
Were there
It's not
in
like
my
street- it's
searching
not
the
like street
room?
taste,
I didn't see any of that yellow powder or find any of that yellow powder, did I?
Mm-mm. Nope. Strictly that specific dirt is what you found.
All right. So, I have a question. So they said that the sheets of the bed were washed to get the blood out. They were not replaced, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Do any
Yeah, little Timmy can't afford to buy new sheets.
do the sheets have any tears in it?
Mm-mm. No,
Okay.
they do not.
So, Thaddeus is gonna go. Graham, I want to make a little recreation here, and I want to make out a point if I can. Can you lay on the bed for me?
Sleeping on the job? Sure thing.
Now, in your trench coat,
And I will
do you
lay
have
on the bed,
do you have like a
holding the coffee
cleave
so it
or an
stays
axe
up.
or anything in that trench coat?
I got a phone book because they don't ever leave bruises.
Okay, we're just gonna pretend then, and like all the victims were hacked, right? So if you're the victim and I'm standing over you and I have a hatchet and I swing down, right? Even if I catch you, I'm still gonna tear through the sheets, right?
Now, we should ask that boy if them sheets there were torn.
Were the sheets torn? The sheets weren't torn, were they?
No.
So
I think
this is a secondary location.
correct. I think the killer murdered the person, put him in the sheets, and then brought them back to the house.
Now, the question for Dr.
It's
Nunn
solved, let's
over
get
here. Wouldn't that mean that there's a blood trail leading like from a entrance to this here bed if he's been hacked to pieces and then put into bed? Sorry, little Timmy. I know we should be using bedside manners around you.
And you can visibly tell that Timmy is even more scarred now. But
I'll
Timmy
hold
Timmy
the
will
flask
speak
in his
up.
direction.
I'm not gonna be like my pa.
Oh, one drink
But
will never hurt you.
I will say, Misters and Misses, that I hear you talking about the sheets, my paw being wrapped up in them and brought up here, but I swear those sheets we've had ever since I was little. I don't think that person took my paw's sheets off the bed, put them in there. But I also have to say we lock the door every night. I don't know how anybody got in here.
Now
Does your
here's
guy have
another
a
thing.
key?
Well, yeah, but we hide it.
Mm-hmm.
But if my paw's too drunk, he can sleep it off
What about
outside.
do your windows locked, Timmy?
Yeah.
Oh,
I also got a gun in here too.
I got.
No.
Oh, what kind? What kind you got?
Well, it's over
Carry.
here. Oh, it's over
Oh,
here. And
shit.
he'll kind of waddle over to a little desk, and it's one of those little garage desks, and he'll lift it up. And Paul gave this to me. I'm not going to touch it because I know you guys are officers of the law, and I respect you.
You're fine,
But
son. As long as
he
you treat
says
me with
it's a
respect.
he says it's a 3.8, a 38. That one.
Oh, a
That one.
38. That's a good gun. Now,
He said
you
if
know
you
how to
point and
take care of
click.
it?
Yeah, he said if you point and click, the person will stop.
That
Oh.
is, well, you're running a 38. That is very true. Now, your paw there ever show you how to clean it?
Yeah, but what does that matter?
Here, let me. Show me what you know about the gun, and I will like. Graham will like act like he's scratching his back a little bit, but kind of pat to get the others' attention. Show me what you know about the gun, and tell me a little bit about your grandpa's nightly things. There, you said you'd hide the key. Whereabouts you usually hide that key? So I'm gonna try to like get him to maybe give us a little more information by kind of having him show me this stuff on the gun as almost a distraction, so he lets his guard down.
Well, okay, as Timmy's clearly showing you. Oh yeah, it's loaded, and this is the hammer, and you cock it back, and this is a really cool holster that my papa got. And he's just like, he's going over things, and he goes, "Oh yeah, it's got this really nice polish handle." And well, yeah, see, we used to hide it underneath the mailbox outside, on next to the front door. It's got a little lip underneath there that Paul and I made. But when
That's
he gets
smart.
too
That's smart.
drunk, he couldn't find it. So.
No, of course, that's real smart. Now, Tim, you said he visits the pub there a lot, and as we've been talking about, you said your pa there he worked at the paper mill.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in town is that paper mill? Oh, you see this right here, this firing pin. Is that custom? So again, just kind of trying to keep his guard down, but squeeze a little more information out of him.
Okay.
Hoping
Yeah.
one of them is taking notes.
Oh yeah. Well, the
Oh.
way Paul really enjoyed the paper mill because where is? It's on the west side of town, and so
Mhm.
was the pub. So
Mm.
he would go to work, and then he would walk to the pub, and he'd walk home.
Your pa there, he ever take you with him for like a bring your kid to work? I mean, I know it's a mill, but you ever been down there?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Paul didn't want me working there.
Yeah, no, that could be dangerous. It seems like he really wanted to keep you safe. Sounds like a nice, good pa there. Now is there anything else? Now listen, and I understand talking to some detectives, and we kind of look like policemen and all that. It can be scary. It can be nerve wracking. I understand it, but here, how about this? And I'll pull out like very carefully, very much different from like when he was holding it previously, but pull out that 357 and like lightly set on the table and start showing him some of the mechanics and see how these things are close there. And so just from a normal guy to another normal guy. We both are fans of these fine weapons here and show them respect. You got anything that you maybe might be a little nervous to tell these here detectives? Because I mean, I'm sure you could tell by even my accent, I ain't so fancy as all them. I'm just a normal guy. You got anything that you might be a little nervous to be telling them other detectives?
So, Dad didn't know that somebody switched out the book cover of these books. I got a naughty one.
I see. Now that wasn't you, was it, Timmy?
No, I
No,
didn't
sure
know.
wasn't you.
But it's got pictures.
Mm.
It's
I
called
understand.
It's called the anatomy. That one. There's some pictures in there.
Always got to start somewhere. Well, is there anything else you can let us know about your paw, little Timmy, or about maybe your paw's friends? You ever have friends come around, hang out?
Your last group of friends asked me that too. Your other friends, he hung out with people at the bar, and
Oh,
he
okay.
really
Yeah, I
liked the
must.
bartender and Miss Gix. She was really sweet.
Awesome. Well, hey, Timmy, you've been great. And, oh, here, look over there when you're cleaning up this gun here, and you're going to keep it clean on it. Just make sure to get that little spot there on those 38 models. It's a bit tricky, and it can cause it to get a little messed up there. So if you clean that up,
Mhm.
that way when you point and click,
Mhm.
it'll really make sure they stop.
Hey, Mister, can I ask you a favor?
Of course.
Can I come with y'all? I got a gun. You can get me a badge.
That doesn't seem like a good idea. Janet, I'm ready to go to the bar if you are.
Hey, kid.
I'm
Yeah.
always ready to go
You're
to
a
the
little
bar.
older. Come on over to just a town over.
But
Come
why?
over to
We only
the
just received the
Master
clues to
of
go to the bar.
Disguise Detective Agency. I'll see if I can get you a job. I'm the senior
Well,
detective now, so I got a lot
that's
of pull.
okay. Well, I'm gonna solve the mysteries of this town if y'all don't.
Oh, we'll make sure to help out. Hey, if we need advice, if we get stuck and we need help, we'll be sure that you're the first person we ask.
Mhm. Miss
And
Gix knows a
also,
lot
we're
about
here to
stuff too with the mysteries.
Miss Dix?
Gix.
we're here to
Over
stop
at the
crime, so we
yeah.
don't want to give you a gun until
But
you
I've already
murdered
got
your
one.
father. That sounds like a bad
Oh,
decision.
okay. Now remember the respect thing about the gun. How about you put that hammer
Put it
back to
down.
normal? Yeah, there you go. Put it back in the drawer. There you go. And don't
Okay.
bring it out when us police detective men are here.
Mhm.
You know, my colleagues can be a bit fierce. And he'll turn like so his back is to little Timmy and just be like, hell no.
I think
I will say, uh, the bartender always said he's a nice guy.
so.
He knows everybody in town that goes.
Thaddeus will look to Mr. Nunn and Janet Bennett and go, I think I have a plan. That's a damn good one. I'm gonna need some help though. And and we are dashing out. It's like a Batman.
Yes, I was about to say the like the title card shift.
That kid,
A
yeah, no,
giant
don't
M
worry.
fills the screen and then cuts away to the new scene.
Yeah, no, I know that's a terrible idea, but I don't want to break this kid's heart when he's got a 38 and we're all still in the room.
Well, if you guys have looked, you clearly see little Timmy's face is pressed up to the window watching you guys leave. Because now everyone in the group is his hero.
Do check to see if the key's still there.
It
I
is.
forgot about it already.
The key is
How
there.
am I the best detective here?
I'm a mall cop.
We got Paul Blart over here.
I'm
I'm
really good
a
at putting them
retail
down.
clerk.
Hey, 357 to 38 caliber. All you really need is one good shot, and I'm the best.
Before we fully leave,
Mhm.
Janet checks the key. Can I ask little Timmy?
Mhm.
There's no other way your dad could have gotten into the house yesterday unless he had used the key. Would he have put the key back, or would he have brought it with him inside?
Oh, he probably would have left it in the door or brought it in with him.
Okay. Good to know. And then I'll hop in the car. Janet can drive us to the bar.
None, real quick. If he had left that key in the door, there could be a chance that someone who maybe knew where that key was hidden or scouted out beforehand is able to lock up the door and put it back under that mailbox, and he's done. You know what I'm saying?
I think there's one of two things that happened. Either one, this victim was destroyed and killed, slaughtered before he made it home, and the killer picked the lock, carried him inside, put him on his bed, and left. Or, I think the more likely situation is that the killer killed the victim while the victim was already inside in his bed. But the killer didn't go into the house or
And
leave the
killer
house.
didn't damage any of the bed sheets or leave too much of a mess there that spilled over.
Yep, exactly.
But I think that dirt is our key, and we should be able to find around the pub and the mill.
I think the yellow powder is the key.
I mean, it's all the key. Well,
So,
except
to the
I guess
bar.
the key is also the key.
All right, so
Please don't
Thaddeus
smoke in the car.
Has been brewing his mastermind plan. He's now ready to present it to the team, and by present it, I mean when we get to the bar, Thaddeus looks to everybody and he goes, "Okay, Graham, you're gonna come in with me. Mr. Nunn, Janet, I need you to come in like 3 minutes, not to be suspicious that we're together. Then we're gonna talk to the bartender, and I want you to explicitly watch the bartender and everybody around them, their reaction to what we're saying, okay?" Does that
And I
sound like
just
a
walk
plan?
in.
That, Janet, the plan! Mr. Nunn, wait here.
I
Last
will
thing,
search around the parking lot, see if I notice anything in particular that stands out. Maybe the dirt's a similar color, any yellow powder, any footprints that seem to be distinct, anything like that.
just before we go in, Mr. Nunn, if you have free time after doing, as he's like throwing his hands up, whatever the hell you're doing, mind seeing if that paper mill is a real place of business around here, or if maybe Pa wasn't so honest about his occupation. And then I'll head inside with
So, okay. So, what was the father's name again? I have almost everything else written down except for his name.
Yeah.
Come on, I thought it was said. I didn't ask you.
It never was said.
Okay. Can we?
Well, do I remember from looking at the names and occupations on all the bodies
Okay.
at the morgue
Yeah.
with the +6 intelligence?
His name would have been Timothy Braun, Braun. His son was Junior. Timmy Junior.
Okay. So I want to walk in with Graham, and we're gonna walk up, and I'll put up the 2 sign for 2 beers,
Mhm.
and then when just let me know when the bartender makes the way over. Anybody else can do what they need to in the meantime.
I sit several seats down, away from them, and I order something strong.
Can you top up my flask here, bartender?
What do you want?
What do you got?
Got bourbon, scotch, whiskey.
A little bit of all three?
Why would you want to mix that shit together?
Sometimes it just don't hit right by itself.
I don't even know if I want to charge you for that hogwash, but sure. And you'll get 3 little pours and fill it up in there. Wait, who are you now, partner?
Well, has he handed me my beer yet?
Not yet, because he's confused as to what this fucker's doing.
Him or me?
Riley.
Okay.
Mr. Mr.
They call me
Gregg.
Treg.
Treg?
It's a shitty folk name. I ain't
Clearly.
a shitty folk, but that's what they call me.
Alright. And okay. Visibly confused the bartender is now. What beers will you have, friend?
Whatever you recommend on tap.
And as we've only got 2, I mean, you want light or heavy?
Heavy, definitely heavy.
All right, 2 of them coming up. And he'll
It's-
pour you 2 of them, and they're perfect pours. I mean, not perfect amount of head on them. He knows what he's doing. He's been doing this for a while. Hands you 2 of them.
So,
Y'all are out of towners, aren't you?
well, so as he hands me to it, I'm just gonna go, woo! Man, Tim was right. You sure did know how to pour them.
Mm. Yeah. Old Tim.
Yeah. Say that again. I'm sorry.
I said, yeah, old Tim.
R.I.P. We are from out of town. You'll have to excuse us. My name's Thaddeus. This is actually, we call him Trey, but his real name's Graham. We're actually cousins of Tim. We're from out of town, and we, after his death, we decided we wanted to come and look after Timmy Jr. And we always heard that this was the place to be after a long night of work, so we figured we'd come pay respects.
Looking
Why do
around
you-
the bar, do I notice
Mhm.
anybody reacting to what he's saying?
There's some confusion. Like all around confusion.
Oh shit!
For the bartender or for anybody else?
Well, there's a lot of peering ears and eyes because there's new people randomly walking into the bar. This is mainly a place for locals.
Got it.
I will. That is will kind of look at him. He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to like mess with anybody's night." He's like, listen. We're just going on a little tour through some of Tim's old hobbies, and we heard recently that he might have been invited to like in a abandoned warehouse for a party,
Mm-hmm.
and we figured maybe if there was another party like that going on, maybe we could get in.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go take a hefty leak there if you wanna keep figuring out about this this party there.
Yeah, partner, it's back right of the room there. Take your hogwash with you. I don't want that shit on my bar.
Appreciate it.
And no charge. Just get that shit off my bar. Now what were you saying again, sir? Party?
Yeah. I was told about there being like a meeting. Like as I said, we're trying to follow Tim's last footsteps as kind of like an in memoriam to him, and
You want me to tell you Tim's last steps?
I would love,
All right.
yes, for you to tell me Tim's last steps.
So, paper mill starts at 8 in the morning. His drunk ass gets up, preferably not here, about 7:30 at his house on 5th and Main. Because trust me, there's been many a nights I've had to walk him there or drag his ass there.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a heavy son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Taking him from 5th and Main to the paper mill on the west side here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Be there about 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He'd work his ass off from 8 to 4, and he'd walk right into here and drink every bit of money he made off of that. One reason that little boy in there is eating because his wife croaked at her job, so he got some life insurance and some extra. Tim was not a good man.
Distant relatives, like we're just trying to pay our respects, you know.
Why haven't I seen you at any of the family reunions then?
Well, because we can't always make it.
All right.
Listen, so we're just trying to go through this, and he did tell us something about being at potentially an abandoned warehouse recently, and we are just looking into it.
Abandoned warehouse. No, we don't.
And this
Only
is where I'm
warehouse.
trying. This is and I'm like like wagging my finger, abandoned warehouse, and I'm like trying to see the others.
I already gave you one beer and you haven't even sipped out of it. Why are you asking for another one?
Oh, alright. Long day.
Oh, okay. Only warehouses are with the paper mill.
I will walk up to the bartender and I'll say, "Hello, I am Mr. Nunn. I am with the San Francisco. I am with the Master of Disguise group of detectives, and I'm here to detective about Timothy Braun's death. I was wondering if you could tell me anything that might be relevant to his passing.
He was a drunk. So, I don't know all the details. I just know you hear rumors, got mauled by a bear. Fell down and broke his neck down the steps. Someone even had the audacity to say an axe murderer. Whatever, it's same shit, different week.
Who
People,
mentioned axe murderer?
oh, well, people on the street, people in the bar. You hear it from 30 different people.
Like the prostitutes.
There's more than one, son. Have you not been
That's why
outside
I said
recently?
plural, prostitutes.
Oh, I thought you said prostitute.
Was there anyone that was particularly emphatic about it not being an axe murder, or maybe about it being something else other than an axe murder?
Or about it trying to make sure it seemed like an axe murder. I feel like I've
True.
seen that in detective shows.
Just anyone that overstepped a little bit, that seemed a little too in the know for their...
Well, I do know old what's his name? Cranio. Richard Cranio. He's more of a mountain kind of man, lumberjack type. He splits a lot of the wood for the paper mill. He's normally in here a lot of times. If you might have to wait around an hour or so, he works pretty late. He comes in here for a pint or two and relaxes. But he kind of took offense to the whole axe murder thing since he's primarily the one that uses axes around here. So I can kind of see that, especially if somebody said, "Oh, this man got bludgeoned to death with a beer stein." Well, I'd be pretty offended too if somebody said that the only person with beer steins in town bashed somebody's head in. You know what I mean?
I think you're just taking this too personally. Well, on to the paper mill. And I'm gonna get up and walk out.
Well, okay. Well, I was gonna say I was contacted by the weirdo Graham, that doctor, whatever you want to call him, and he said that you all would be coming, and if you're out late, since it's pretty late already, if you needed a place to stay, I can provide some stay and lodging for y'all.
Let's find a place to sleep, and then first thing in the morning, we can go talk to Grim, check out the paper mill, see if we get any information that way.
I mean, just let me know when you want a key. We do make breakfast too, unless y'all don't want any of it. But yeah, just let me know. Please don't stay out too late. I'd prefer to get some sleep before these assholes come back again tomorrow. It's almost the weekend, and we get pretty worn out from those.
I will wait up until the lumberjack guy gets back, and then I want to talk to him. And then I will go out into the bedroom. Everybody will hear, "Oh my god!" And then they'll hear stomping, followed by the closing of a car door.
Is anyone
that-
staying in the bar as well? Or
Me.
you're staying in the bar.
But I'm just actually enjoying my drink. I am not
Okay.
investigating.
Okay.
I am off the clock.
There are a variety of people already in the bar right now too.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone's wanting to strike a conversation with someone, you can. Or if you're just wanting to kind of chill and sip your own beer or whatever mixed drink you want, your compatriots in the Graham is currently in the pisser. So maybe passed out.
I would probably join any card games that are happening, but other than that, no.
Okay. I will say, yeah, we'll have a little card game. We can put a euchre game, and one of their friends just walked out, and so at the table you've got 2 men and 1 woman sitting at the table, and if you want to approach, they may or may not invite you in to join.
Wipe, 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 wipe. You see, there's like a
I'm-
little bit of alcohol dripping off of one of his fingers. Wipe, 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 wipe,
I'm
wipe, wipe,
Mr. Nunn.
wipe,
I'm off the clock.
wipe, 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 wipe. What do I pay you for? Wipe,
You don't.
and
You
then
don't
Mr. Nunn will
pay
pull out his
me.
own wipe.
Would you like to approach the table?
Yes, I approach the table.
All right. You're greeted with two older gentlemen and one younger, petite woman at the table, and it looks like they're playing a game of euchre and
Mind if
they're
I
naming forth.
even out the table?
Yeah, I don't see why. And what's your name, ma'am?
My name is Janet.
Janet. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Sir E. Normus Johnson. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Johnson.
Yes, I'm kind of a name around here, big name. Uh, used to be the sheriff of these parts.
Hmm.
Carried a big
Nice.
old iron on this hip. That was
Nice.
many moons ago.
Did you hear about Timothy Braun?
Oh yeah, that boy. Yeah, he caused a little bit of trouble growing up, but he didn't really hurt a fly. More of an idiot than anything.
Mm.
But I ain't got no time or place for that crap anymore. I put in my time. Don't need to deal with it. But
Fair enough.
oh yeah, at our table here we've got a father. He's off the clock too. He's a father Firmus Dick. And we have our don't let other people know that's our local school teacher, Miss Anita Peter. She's a sweetheart, aren't you, Peter? And she just kind of nods, staying quiet. Care to join us?
If you wouldn't mind.
Who would you like as your partner, ma'am? You can pick anybody at the table. We've all
Miss
played with
Peter,
you.
if she wouldn't mind.
Ah, women versus the men. Ah, wonderful. And they'll deal out some cards and talk. If you want to ask any questions, you can. They'll just kind of play casually. No bets on the table or nothing, just for
Mhm.
fun.
I kind of try to listen as much as I can, and if
Mhm.
any of the names of people who were in the morgue pop up, I do want to press just a little bit. Not enough to be awkward, just enough to see if they're willing to talk more.
Timmy was brought up since you brought up Timmy. Jane Doe is the only name of the one prostitute that was brought up. That's how it normally is in town. If there's any violent crimes with them, it's hard to identify, and it's a sad truth about the town. And there is also a another female, by the name of Abby Bays. That was one of the victims.
Abby
Me-
Faze?
Bays, like the
Bays.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, ABBYBAYS.
Okay.
And if you're wanting to kind of prod, you
I do
can.
try to prod a little bit. If there's any pushback on me prodding, though, I back
Mhm.
off.
Okay. I'd like you to try to make a. Let's try to do a charisma check on that. If you're able to.
12 plus 1.
That's a
13.
So
crit.
so crit, yeah. All right. Okay. Well, with that crit, you they're she's already dead. It's the sad fact about it. So it's information's not gonna hurt. They'll talk. Abby was sweet. She was always kind, wanted to help people. Um, she actually took care of the local animal shelter. There's a lot of strays in town. Uh, literally never hurt a fly. Always wanted to take care of animals and people whenever she could, but animals were more of her her niche. Was never married. Never had any criminal history that the former sheriff could tell you about. Priest said that she always made it to church every Sunday, and the school teacher says that she remembered Abby whenever Abby was a senior at her school, because they were both relatively young. Never had any issues. Straight A student. Seemed like everything was fine and dandy. They've also talked about how it's weird why somebody like Abby, you know, straight as an arrow, nothing wrong or anything, and old Timmy, who was straight as an arrow for the most part, but waterlogged with beer and bourbon, how they would end up in the same situation.
Mm-hmm.
Senior Detective Graham Gregg, you're in the bathroom currently?
For a hot minute.
Yeah. Are you just going in to take a leak real quick?
He's also gonna start after he's done taking a leak. I bet something piques his interest, and he's gonna start poking around and seeing if he can find anything taped under counters and look into places that none of the other people would even dare to stick their hands, just to see what he can find.
In the bathroom?
In the bathroom.
I mean, you can roll for an investigation check if you'd like.
This will not be survival. I will not be looking
No.
anything.
No, I didn't think you would. We could try. If you've done this before in a bathroom, I'll let you do it with wisdom. So you can roll with wisdom with your prior experiences. Like you would know, hey, sometimes they hide stuff on the pipe underneath the sink in the bathroom. If it's
Yeah.
there, yeah. Or
That's the kind of stuff you pocket. That was the good stuff.
underneath the urinal cake there might be a pill or something or a message. You never know. You never know.
Well, with wisdom, I got an 8.
An 8? Okay. There's really nothing in the bathroom though. It's 2 urinals, 2 shitters, 2 sinks, basic bar setup, but there is a pair of boots in one of the stalls. And they are filled. There's no
Oh, Jesus. This bar food really goes through you, doesn't it, partner?
and you'll just hear a little fart.
Yeah. Oh, man, I'm having a rough one, too. What'd you have?
Ugh.
Plop.
Yeah.
What kind of boots you got there? You get them shined often? They look a little scuffed.
I'm trying to shit, man.
Emphasis on the trying, I presume.
Mm-hmm. That's why I picked the stall with the handle. I know a thing or two about gripping surfaces to help with pressure.
You need a smoke, and I'll put a cigarette like under the stall.
Thanks. You mind lighting it real quick? Well, actually,
Yeah,
hold up. Light it out there, partner. You might blow a main over here.
Gases might send it, and
Mm.
I'll light up his
And
cigarette.
he'll reach underneath there with some. Well, roll for. I want you to roll to see if you notice anything.
What do
Want
you
you to roll.
want me to
I want you to roll a. Let's see. I'm looking at the rolls here. I want you to roll a survival.
That is also an 8.
Oh my.
Oh wait, no, that is a 9. I forgot to
9?
add the actual will bonus as well.
Even better. You're going to notice whenever he takes that cigarette from your hand, he has like a sticky, almost residue on his hands. That isn't what you think. It's more of a sap, like tar.
Really quick, Maya, you were breathing like right into the mic. We're just hearing.
Exactly that.
Is it now I know we're in a black and white film
It's not.
here, but
It's
is it
not
yellow?
summa. It's not summa cum laude. If that's what you're thinking, it's sappy.
Is it yellow?
No, it's not yellow. It's like dirty. It's like blackish. Like it's absorbed some like maybe oil and gas and some gunk that's been on it.
So, where are you working around these times, partner? I figure I'll offer you a cigarette, at least give me a conversation to get through this.
Why are you? Why are you even grunting? You're not even in the shitter.
No, Graham was definitely taking a poop.
Oh,
Like,
I thought you handed
Graham
it
was-
from the front of the
No,
stall.
from the
Yeah,
side stall.
Oh.
Graham's definitely shit.
Oh, okay.
Just right in the sink.
My God, this. Oh my God. I tell you what. Never eat beef jerky that you might think is expired.
Oh, never.
Mm.
I'm eating some beef jerky right now. I have to get my fiber up.
Well, I work out in the woods mainly.
I figured from that sap there on your hand. Got a little on my hand. I was really hoping it was sap. Not that
What?
beef jerky.
Oh, funny joke. No, I've been dealing with some rough times right now.
Yeah,
But
what's
thanks
that
for the
about?
cigarette. Well, I'm currently shitting out my lower intestines, pal. That's my rough issue.
True, that's true. You said you're working in the woods. What you doing? Wood cutting there?
What else do you do in the woods?
I mean, you can do a lot of things in the woods there. You know, hunting and wood cutting and wildlife preservation, whatever that is. I heard someone talking about it.
I hope you said preservation, not pervation.
No, I meant preservation. I think pervation's a crime, but Kentucky is still legal, so.
It should be a crime. Yeah, I split wood for the paper mill.
Oh, okay. Oh, working with the paper mill. You know, oh man, old buddy of mine. I mean, I ain't around this town, but no, someone I knew a while back. I think he moved over here and is working in that paper mill.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
Oh, you know, everyone called him Pa. I mean, I really
Pa.
only knew him and his little boy. They were quite cool.
Mm. All right.
Well, I'm all done. So you good luck with that beef jerky there.
Thanks.
What's your name, partner? I'm a Graham.
Richard.
Got a last name, Richard?
What's it to you? I mean, it's Cranio, whatever.
I mean, hey, we're you know what they say? Shit in the same time, and it's brothers for life or some shit like that. I'm gonna go have another drink.
Yeah, please do. Have one for me while I'm working out my internal issues.
Yeah. Hey, pour one out for the dead. I'll pour one out for you.
I don't see the laughing joke in the dead, but all right.
Well,
Thanks for
what
the
were you saying?
cigarette.
Okay. I will walk out and start to look for the other detectives. And no, he does not wash his hands.
Oh,
I was about to say that Mr. Nunn is sitting at a table next to Janet with his hand, like his fist in his, like right up against his mouth, and just Janet hears him go, "He didn't wash his hands. He didn't wash his hands."
And I will sit down right next to Detective Nunn. Just spread out where you put your hands on the table and like stretch a little bit. All right, I got us some a little more information in there. Having a hell of a time on the shitter. Is Richard? What was his last name again?
Cranio.
Richard Cranio.
Cranio.
Granio.
He works at the paper mill. Might know
Mhm.
our one of our victims there. And he'll like grab some like if there's like chips and salsa or like rolls, like in a basket on the table, he'll pick one up and start eating it like with his hands. Um, so we may want to look into that. Now he's having a hell of a time. So if we're trying to interrogate him without him getting to be anywhere, well, he ain't coming out of that stall for some time. And I will say, I want to have
Stop
studied his boots.
talking.
Okay. Does he need a wipe or something again?
Wipe. Wipe.
I'm off the clock.
And I'll grab a second roll and push it, like point in her direction. You want to roll?
Don't look at me.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I am gonna keep an eye on that door to the bathroom and wait. Was there a window in the bathroom?
Oh, just a small one, like one that if you
None that
need.
someone can squeeze out of.
No, I mean it'd be physically like it'd be impossible. It's just something that you can open up to air it out if it gets real bad.
All right,
know.
then I'm gonna keep an eye on that door, like the whole time we're there.
Mm-hmm.
What a miss.
So we're looking and waiting for Richard Cranio to arrive.
Well, he's taking a fat shit right now. Had some bad beef jerky. He's in the bathroom.
Is he the guy?
In the bathroom? Yeah.
No. Is he the guy? Did he do the murders?
I mean, now in Chicago, we just pin it on whoever was most easiest to pin it on. So maybe I guess we could say it was him, but I don't think we got evidence. But hey, you know what they say? Evidence from evidence, right?
Did he have yellow powder in his nose?
I didn't see his nose. He was taking a shit.
Why didn't you just
He had
slide
sap
under
on
the
his hands.
stall and look at him?
Since I was watching his boots for so long, did he have any sort of dirt on his boots?
Oh yeah, I mean he works out in the woods.
And did it look familiar?
It looks like dirt.
Shit. Well, he had some dirt on his boots, but I can't guarantee that that's the dirt we're looking for. At the very least, he's a lead. Corner him, give him a good old talk. Maybe if we got to use the phone book, we can.
What does
I'm
that
gonna-
mean?
Let's figure out if he has yellow powder in his nose. We'll wait for him to come out.
only bruises. That's what they
Well, they wait. I'm gonna continue asking around. I'm gonna see if I can figure out where the crime scene for Abby Bays was at.
Who the hell is Abby?
A different victim. What was her previous career? What was Abby's previous career?
She
Animal
worked in
shelter.
Yeah.
She was a what?
In what?
she worked in the
Work-
animal shelter in town.
Oh.
Animal shelter, paper mill. No connection.
We might want to find out if that animal shelter ever took in strays from the woods.
I'm gonna ask the bartender about Abby Bays.
I don't know who that is, honestly.
Do I end up asking around? Do I end up figuring out where that crime scene was at?
Are you talking to people at the table or other people around the bar, or how are you doing?
People at the table, and then while I'm drinking through the night, anybody who's like nearby enough.
Oh yeah, Sir E. Normus Johnson, the former sheriff. I had to say it while Riley was here. He definitely would know because he's kind of got the inside feelers
Mhm.
with law enforcement still. He'd be able to tell you if you just had a chat with him that yeah, she was found in her home on 3rd and Printer Street.
Okay.
And that is more of kind of like an and the reason it's Printer Street is it's more of the artistic district of things as well. And with your talks with Miss Anita Peter and Mr. Johnson, that Abby Bays was more into the art style of things, arts and animal nature, all that kind of thing. So,
what did Father Firmus Stick have to say about it?
oh, that she never missed a day of school, or a day of school, day of church, anything. She was straight as an arrow.
So
Okay.
what you're saying is, if I'd gone with my original character name of
Uh-huh.
Mr. Hugh G. Rection, I would have fit right in.
Absolutely.
Well, okay. Did you say your name there? You were a former Sheriff Dixie,
What'd you call me?
wasn't it? You said
Dixie?
former Sheriff Dixie Normus, wasn't that it?
No. It is, sir. I have been knighted, you ass. Sir
Ah.
Enormous Johnson.
Nah, that's what it was. Yes.
Give me
Sir
slap on the Esquire at the end.
Sir Johnson Esquire. I apologize.
So you're Expector Johnson.
Yeah.
See, back in
Yep.
Chicago, they used to call me Detective Rection, Hugh G. Rection. But I had to change my name for some legal reasons. But so you're saying that her crime scene's there on Printers and Third?
Printer. It's singular.
That's what I said.
Yes. Third and printer.
Printer
Detective.
and
Third and Printers is an entirely different location.
Oh, all right.
It doesn't exist in this town, at least.
Ah,
But
damn.
yes. So
Y'all
your
ever
friend,
have any
she has the thing called common sense. Lacking
my
with
parents
you.
told me I was never too good at that. So I do good as a detective. I'll go sit back down at the table.
Well, I've had quite enough for the night. I've drank enough, and I'd like to walk home. So, Sir Johnson will exit the bar. Nonchalant.
Okay, Johnny.
I think that the on the walkie-talkie, I would have reached out and seen if I was to follow Sir Johnson, since I've been waiting outside the bar this entire time.
Watching Sir Johnson, as he's having this conversation, does he seem at all uncomfortable with the questions being asked? Do I get that vibe at all?
You can roll for it.
Is that wisdom, like an insight check?
Yeah, I'd say with your, like you said, past experience with you being a detective and dealing with social interactions, it would definitely be that.
The 13.
No, he is absolutely normal. He's dealt with the cop business. He's been, cop, straight shooter. He really doesn't want to deal with it anymore because he's not getting paid to deal with it anymore. But he doesn't mind talking to people about it. And if a group needed help, he would help you like he has been.
I will walkie-talkie our friend Thaddeus, and I'll say, he's not the guy.
But what if the guy gets him?
I'm off the clock. Do what you want.
He didn't have orange or yellow powder in his nose. He's not the guy. He's
You're
not the
that
guy.
guy,
He's
pal.
not a victim.
You're
He's
not
not
that
the
guy.
guy.
And as you two hooligans are on the radio, the bathroom door will open up.
I'm gonna
And
try to study this dude.
Richard is going to walk out, kind of do the little shake, little Chicago shake, and walk up to the bar and just put one finger up. Bartender, you know I like her. Light, like usual. Especially on this full stomach. Well, now empty.
Might be. Hey, none. Now he'll recognize my voice because, as y'all know, my accent is one to, as they say, learn to desire. But he might be the guy, so you might want to go and have a chat with him. Just I don't know. He might not wash his hands either, so I wouldn't touch him. I just talk to him. I don't know. I can't prove it.
I'm gonna
like that shit.
get myself a key and go to bed for the night.
I will walk up and I'll talk to what's his face, Richard Cranio. Hi, Richard Cranio. My name is Mr. Nunn. I'm with the Master of Disguise Detective Agency. Typically I work for the Leland Stop. Anyways, my name is Mr. Nunn. I'm investigating the murder of Timothy Brown and also Abby Faze.
Uh, how can I help you?
Well, you see, we were wondering if you knew of anybody in the area who was proficient with axes or, you know, bludgeoning, slashing weapons.
Yeah, yeah, I do. You join in the rumor mill. Is this the
um,
same joke that
it's
people want to throw at me
it's
every
not that.
week?
Well, you see, I don't really give a fuck about people throwing jokes at you. You see, I'm here to investigate, and
Hmm.
some of the wounds resembled an axe. I'm just here to talk to you. I don't really give a fuck if you murdered them or not. To be completely honest with you, I just,
Well,
except for that, it was gross. You should have used a wipe. I, if you did it, I don't know.
yeah, the last group that came through here, they wanted to look at my axe. I let them look at my axe. The only thing that it's getting buried into is a tree. And it's got sap on it to prove, and I've got sap all over me. I, I don't have time to go axe murdering like everybody says. I have time to cut down trees to feed the paper mill to feed the town.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay. So who would have wanted these people dead?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that Abby girl, I've seen her whenever I can make it to church occasionally. She seemed pretty, pretty sweet. Uh, and then Timmy, I mean, I saw him in here every damn day. So, I mean, I'm surprised he hadn't died earlier from alcohol poisoning. So, I mean, I feel bad for his kid. Kid doesn't deserve that. Hell, if I could adopt him, I would. I can't. I don't have any kids of my own. So, old woman walked out on me. So, I'd I'd help the little boy out if I could.
Mm-hmm. Let's
I
see. Do you mind? Who do you think did it? Who do you think murdered these people?
I mean, everybody's pretty average around here. I mean, I could pick people out of a lineup if a bunch of the local corner workers got murdered, but it's a little bit of pickings of everybody. You got a couple of those people that have been, I guess, kind of screwed over, and not in the fun way by a couple of the workers. But other than that, I mean, we got a couple of weird people around town. I mean, we got what's his name? Harry. Harry Birmingham, he's the locksmith, but he's a nice guy. He's just a little awkward because all he does is deal with locks. We got Susie Q, that's at least what we call her. She does all like she's like a seamstress, I think it is. Like she does all the knitting and crap. I don't know. I take her there with my flannels occasionally whenever I get a hole in them. Um, I don't know. I mean, we got what is his name? Roy, old Roy, we call him. He used to be the old farmer, but he sold off his stuff. I mean, he's old though. I mean, like, decrepitly old. So that's about it for other people that I find a little bit awkward. But
Hmm. I see. Intriguing. Interesting, I'd say even. Anybody? Who do you? Well, I'm gonna just ask you. Who do you think did it? Who do you think murdered all those people? Do you think it was the same person? A group of people? Some sort of bear?
oh, I ain't silly to think it's a bear. I would have got mauled by a bear years ago being out in the woods. I think it's somebody with a weapon, like everyone else has said, but I clearly know it's not me. I don't have time for that crap. I don't want to deal with that crap.
Hmm.
I don't. The only angry bone in my body is when it comes to splitting down a damn tree, because that's how I'm paying for my life. Nobody should have to cut down trees every damn day of their life just so they can eat and have a beer. But, I mean, like I told the last group. Oh, actually, I did tell the last group about someone, but I can't. Oh, what is that little? I call him little boy. He's just a little pea-brain idiot. Well, and he'll kind of stand up and look around the bar and, well, that idiot right there, and he'll point in the corner, and that idiot right there, that's old Levi Tanner. He's just the town nut job. He'd be the crazy one, but he's seen a lot of shit. I don't know if he's done a lot of stuff, but he's seen a lot of stuff. But is it real or is it the drugs? I don't know. But you know how people
Very,
are.
very well. Good to know. Thanks for your help, Richard. Enjoy your
Mm.
drink, Dick
Can I get
Cranio, and
can
I'll
I get
turn.
you can I get you a drink then, partner? I mean, y'all are trying to help.
No, 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 no. Thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank
Oh,
you. No, thank
all
you.
right.
No, 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 no. And Mr. Nunn will
And
turn and
then,
walk towards the other guy, to Levi Tanner.
mm-hmm.
I'll just be like, hey, Levi, know anything about some murders recently? And I'll look at him really directly and see if he reacts at
And
all.
he'll instantly cower in fear.
I'm with the Masters of Disguise Industries Detective Agency,
Uh-huh.
and we're here investigating the murders of a number of people.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did you do it?
Oh no. No,
Uh,
no, 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 no.
this, like, the equivalent of an insight check. What am I getting from this guy? Does he react weird to me mentioning murders or anything like that?
I will have you roll. Uh, trying to see. Yeah. Well, we can do a. Hmm. I'll give you either a. Trying to think about that. Yeah, I'll let you do another wisdom roll off of that.
16.
You can clearly tell he's off his rocker. Like he's seen some stuff that has scarred him. And was that a critical or was that just 16?
Just a 16.
Okay. Well, he's seen some stuff and he's very skittish about everything. So your immediate approach of, hey, have you heard about these, has kind of put him on edge, a little bit defensive. You can read that off of him.
What happened to the last detective group that came through? I don't remember.
They're just missing.
They got too close. Were any of the detectives from the previous detective group at the morgue? Were they the dead ones?
No.
Oh, intriguing. So I'm gonna press in. Actually, I'm gonna immediately leave the table with Levi and go straight off um, to Janet. I'm gonna say, Janet, before you go to the room, Janet.
I'm so tired.
But yeah, that guy knows it. He knows who the guy is, and if you can talk to him, then we can figure out who the guy is. But we could go home tomorrow, and you could still get paid for a whole shindig. Instead of having to work 2 days, you just work one.
Give me $20.
I don't have 20 bucks. Who do you think I am? $20? I will pull out $1 bill. I have $1.
$10.
I have $1.
I take the dollar. Um, I'm gonna try and approach Levi completely nonchalantly, and like I'm not approaching him.
I would say, with you approaching nonchalantly, you're just going to hear a little bit, like he is just mumbling to himself, cowering with a little like tankard of ale, just in the corner, trying to like occasionally whenever he starts shaking really bad, he'll take a sip to try to calm his nerves.
I'm gonna flag down for another ale for Levi.
All right, I'll bring it over. And
then
he'll pour the ale and eventually walk it over.
I'm gonna sit at his at Levi's table. Mind if I sit here?
Sure.
Okay.
Are you?
Why are we whispering?
Are you from the well?
Maybe.
Do you say maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, Levi instantly gets further like away from you into the corner of the bar, like into the seat. Get away. And he'll slowly reach into his trimp coat. Get away.
Maybe not.
Get away.
Okay, I'm not actually from the well.
I'd like you to try to make a charisma throw or charisma roll against Levi. And I will roll for Levi.
7.
All right, Levi believes you. Okay. And his hand comes out of his little pocket. So they could be anywhere.
Who can be where?
The people from the well.
What's the well?
You're not from around here, are you?
No.
An outsider. I can teach you many things.
Yes.
Ah. See, Miss Anita, she thinks she teaches everybody everything important. But once you know about the well, that's all that matters. I saw the man from the well. The man from the well that crawled out of hell. Oh, yes. Yes, and he had a bag like he was Santa. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think that might be the killer. I've been watching on the streets. Sometimes they call me a hermit.
What did the man look like?
A man
A man
with a bag. With a bag.
With a bag.
Yes.
Was it a red bag?
It was dark. It was just a bag.
It's dark. It's just. Where's the well?
In town.
Where in town?
Oh yeah, you're not from around here. Well, it's kind of near the center of the town.
Is it a water well? Or is it something else?
It used to be a water well. But the crazy part is, we were told it was filled in. Back when the town started, that was the well. The well that gave us water. Now it's useless. But I saw a man crawl out of the well. Yes. You don't believe me, do you?
Who was
No,
this
I
man that
do
crawled out
believe
of the
you.
well? Who were they?
I don't like this person.
Me either.
This one scares me sometimes. He came
Yeah.
at me and asked me about the murders.
He's always asking me about all kinds of things, like wipes.
Wipes? Who wipes?
Exactly.
I just let the rain of the town clean me off. It rains all the time here, so I'm always pretty clean.
Caleb, was this inspired
What?
at all by It, the movie?
Huh? What?
The,
Oh, this? No, well, no, not
The
real,
fact-
not the original.
the fact
No.
that the premise of It is the man that comes out of the abandoned well that the
Super.
town built a house
Yeah.
on top of.
No, the town didn't build it on top of, well, like around it.
Why don't you show me the well?
I mean, okay. Great. And he will grab his tankard and stumble outside. And
Come
the
on,
barkeep,
losers, we're
and then
following a druggie.
and the
I
barkeep,
will
hey,
follow.
hey, I want that tanker back. Hey.
I'll get it back.
It will never come back. Are you all following crazy little Tanner, Levi Tanner
Yes.
to the... Okay. All right. After, it was a little bit of a hike there. I mean, if you guys aren't driving, or is everybody driving, or
No,
walking, or...
Following
Sergeant,
the
or Senior
druggie.
Detective Graham Gregg is not gonna drive. He will follow our toped out friend.
Yeah. Well, Levi will lead you to the well in the center of town. Ta-da! The well.
I look down in. Is it filled in?
Oh, yeah.
Solid?
Yes. Like concreted in.
Is there like, could you climb inside and there be space to like
Uh,
crouch down
it's
in?
depending on how tall you are, like probably somebody that's around up near 6 feet could hop down in there and be buried over, like that you couldn't see the top of their head. And if somebody were to go down there, I mean that's up to y'all. Somebody wants to go down there.
Mr. Nunn will look at the concrete and go, like, gesture towards Graham and say, concrete. And then he'll
You say-
picture back to the like the where everybody was dead.
Mm-hmm.
All of the victims. Could their wounds have been self-inflicted? Like at the angles they were at, could they have been like themselves chopping at themselves, or would that just not have worked?
Mm-mm. No, because there is axe marks up on the shoulders. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you had a hatchet, yeah. I mean, or some sort of big knife blade, like a
But it wouldn't have been
cleaver
like naturally self-inflicted.
No,
Like this
no.
looks like something else did this.
Yes.
The mud around, does it match the mud on any of the shoes or feet we've seen?
No, not around the well.
Hey, Nun. And I'll get like just a little too close so you can smell the whiskey and cigarettes on my breath and just and a hint of coffee. You don't reckon that this whole town could be in on it, and they're calling him the lunatic so no one believes him, turn him into a lunatic or something like that. Lunatic's just a terrible word. Anyway, you don't think the whole town could be a part of this little thing? I mean, it'd explain why we aren't getting any headway and why they're so random. Maybe someone goes against the town and then the other detectives come here and they go missing. Maybe they've been killed. Maybe they've been paid off. Disappear. It's a possibility.
There's only a 0.009146% chance of that being the case.
I've shot people for less than that.
I forgot that this character was based on Eric. Got it.
Were you whispering that part where you were saying the lunatic, or were you...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would like to say, me as a person, I hate the term lunatic. I'm just gonna get that out there.
Yeah, that's why, because as soon as you said it, I was like, oh, Levi's
Terrible,
not going to have a good time.
Terrible.
Yeah.
No, it was definitely, that was like in a whisper, like I said, uncomfortably close to Nun's ear.
Well, the well. But the man with the bag, he walked that way, and he'll point in the direction of 5th and Main.
I think Thaddeus is just like, I've seen this on a TV show before. And he just hops like inside the well and tries to see if there's any holes.
I would like you to do a intelligence, or you can argue for wisdom if he's seen enough TV shows to, or done enough
I'll
detective
just do
work.
intelligence. I'll just do intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah. That is a 14.
All right. It is a solid concrete platform that you land on when you jump down there. And you said you were feeling around on all the rocks and everything, correct?
Yeah, I was just thinking like maybe I hop down
Oh,
and then there's like a little hole inside of it that like might have led to
oh,
something.
oh, no. It is a flat, well, concrete bed. And it's like a mossy, kind of gross well on the inside. Slicker than it's not. Like where you touch the side, it's very like mucusy. Yeah,
What color is that moss?
like green.
Ah, damn it. Are we? Or is he separate from us right now?
Who?
Clayton. Is he like away
No,
from us? Or are
you
we all
all are
together?
like if you all are around the well, he's like right on the well. Like, aren't you in the well looking for
Yeah.
the?
I'm looking,
Yeah,
I'm in
so
the
he's
well.
right there with y'all.
I'll like peek over so I can see him. Hey, Art. Now listen, I seen a couple of them movies in the theater. Start pushing rocks, see if it opens up like a secret door.
Secret
Or
tunnel.
floor.
Secret tunnels are
Trap
what they're
door.
called.
I
Yes, I think they said
That-
secret
Thaddeus
tunnel.
opens his
Through
bag
the
and he takes out a
mountains.
pair of little gloves and
Oh
Mhm.
goddamn! You
on,
take too long. I'm gonna
and
start
just-
pushing
it's
rocks.
just I'll start pushing all the random rocks around me with my gloves on.
No, there's nothing that. I mean, occasionally one will like shift with time, but it's not like if you push it hard enough, it's going to be like, oh, you've unlocked the trap door.
Ah! And I fall
How
through.
many?
What was that,
I said I fall through.
How many?
Maya?
How many blocks is it from here to 5th and Main?
Well, you're in the center of town. It's like me, so about 5 blocks.
Reasonable distance to carry a body. Okay.
And like Levi said, big man came out of the well.
Now, how many?
How big was the man that came out of the well, Levi?
Yeah.
Pretty big.
Like, who's the tallest person of our group? I'll point to the tallest person of our group. That big?
Graham is a 6'4".
A little bit shorter, maybe about the same. Yeah.
Wow.
Secret tunnel.
Now, when you say big, big as in tall or big as in like beefy, like maybe a bit bigger round?
Like chunky? Like
Yeah, like maybe he's a bit more husky.
Chunky bottom.
Fat.
maybe he looked like he was built.
Okay, let me
Does
try
that
something.
sound
What
like
if I crawl
enormous
out of the
Johnson
well?
to us? Was enormous Johnson a tall, big, built guy?
No, he's like the
Mall cop.
chunky retired small town sheriff. Like the one with like the beer gut that couldn't pass the physical 20 years ago even.
He's
Like-
the cop from The Simpsons.
Yes.
What's Richard Cranio's
top from-
build?
Any town in Kentucky.
Richard Cranio is big and beefy, like strong, because all he does all day is chop wood.
Father Firmus Dick. What's his build?
Thin, bald, older, A little bit on the shorter side.
Timothy, Braun, and Junior. What are each of their builds?
Well, dismembered and 17 and small. Ask and you shall receive.
Levi's build.
Like Schmeagol. Like
Nice.
thin, wiry, out of his mind. Like the stress that he's had to deal with and like nobody believing him has caused his hair to like also fall out. Like because he thinks he's got the answers, but nobody's believing him.
Why does it cross me,
Yeah. As he
think-
smacks the raw fish on the concrete, yes.
I think you're onto something. So you said he's about my height and build, right? I'm gonna crawl into the
Definitely
well.
stronger.
I'm gonna crawl
Stronger.
into the well, like pad up my coat so it makes me maybe look a little bit like beefier,
Mhm.
and then crawl out like I'd imagine, like how he described, and see if he says it rings any bells. Like about
No.
like this, like what kind of crawling out are you talking?
Like the ring.
What's that? No, like he just like hand over hand. Like scaled up the well.
Did he have anything in his hands when he did?
Hey, Zuko.
No. No, he had a bag. Yeah, a bag.
All right, y'all gonna have to trust me on this. I'm gonna try to scoop up some of the dirt from that well and smell it, taste it, see if it
Like down in the well there?
like around the outside of the well, and then if that doesn't yield anything, then yeah, down in the well.
Outside of the well does not. Inside of the
Fine, man,
well?
and I'm gonna smell it first and wait.
Oh yeah, inside of the well does.
Cementy.
Oh yeah. I mean, you're
Yeah.
standing on a cement block or a cement
Yeah.
cover.
He I mean, kid's right. This is the same dirt that was inside that house and that crime scene. we
No, it's
found on
not. The dirt's a different color.
What if the dirt is a different color because something caused the coloring? What shade was the dirt before? Reddish in color.
Yeah, it was like a reddish
Yeah,
like
yeah. And I'm guessing it probably had a little bit more irony of a taste than this does. Yeah.
yeah, maybe an older
Yeah.
metallic concrete kind of flavor.
Yeah. None. That ain't. This is the same dirt. It's just that dirt had a significant higher iron content. If you get what I'm saying, blood. That dirt might have had blood in it.
Levi, tell us more about the guy from the well who came from hell with a bag like Santa.
Mm-hmm. Well, we
Where
used to
did he
call
go?
this, the Fifth and Main. That way.
He had a
I saw
Santa
him.
bag
I followed him. Yeah, the bag.
in a bag.
But
full of
you-
body
with the
parts.
but the
You fo-
legend.
You followed
Yeah.
him
Huh?
to the house on 5th and Main.
Yeah.
What did he do when he got?
Well, I opened up the door, and then
Did
I
he
left.
mess with the mailbox?
No. Why? Why would he
Okay.
mess with a mailbox?
Mail theft. It's something I'm very, very adamant about. Anyway, so what's the legend?
The well from hell?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't from around here, are you? Well,
What if it's him and he's just on some psychotic
Oh,
break?
well,
What
well,
if, like,
that's-
he's imagining, like, he doesn't want to believe that he killed anybody, so he's on a psychotic break that makes it, like, where he's pinning it on somebody else. Sorry, Caleb, go ahead.
Well,
Sorry,
no,
you ain't
no.
from around here, are you, Clayton?
Apparently I'm not.
no, the well from hell. Back whenever I was allowed in the library, there was there used to be this magical thing called the subway. We're not allowed to have that anymore because, well, there was an accident many years ago.
Well,
So we called it the Well from Hell because it's the only way down to that hell. Because a lot of people die down there.
The well's the only way down?
I don't know.
What if it's connected to like the library and the paper mill and all that?
that was my thought.
I had it first because I said it first.
You want to
so.
show us the subway, Levi?
I don't know how to get down there.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
How new does the concrete in the bottom of the well look?
It's pretty aged. Like from
He
what
said,
Levi
"See."
from what Levi has said that this incident, the subway accident that he talked about, happened a while ago.
Now, you said something about the library. Is there an entrance there too?
Yes, the front door.
Got your ass.
No, goddamn. All right.
What?
Why don't we
What?
pay our friend at the library a visit?
You have friends in the library? Can you get me books?
What books you looking for?
The
I'll
ones
see
with
what I can do.
the ones that I left the pages sticky with.
I can.
Was it an anatomy book?
I'll see
How'd
what I
you
can do.
how'd you know?
Anatomy? Yeah. I think someone else just claimed them up.
Who?
The man from the well.
Oh, I don't want those
Yeah,
now.
we'll go with that.
I don't want those anymore. And then Levi will scurry off
Anyway.
back to the bar.
Yeah, thank God. Thank God. I was about to. Whew. That guy's weirder than I am.
Let's go to bed, and
about
then
to
we
start
can talk
brandishing?
to. Let's go to bed, and then we can talk to the guy in the morning who has the yellow powder stuff. You know who I'm talking about.
Just don't forget that wipe.
I have
Wait,
plenty
we
of
found out who
wipes.
had the yellow powder?
No, the guy's gonna test it and see what it is.
Oh, you're right. The
mortician.
Unless he's surprisingly dead and dismembered in the morning, how crazy would that be? Who would
What?
see that coming?
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Mr. Monk goes to the car and lays in the car to sleep.
Who?
Oh, you're not. Oh.
Who?
Mr. Nunn goes to the
Mr.
car.
Copyrighted.
Now, I will say
Not a
there
sponsor.
is free room and board in the bar.
Could be.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody's wanting to use the amenities of the bar.
Or
I
we
do.
could go ask little Timmy if we can sleep at his place.
Jesus.
I mean, if there is an open bed.
There's an open bed and active crime scene.
He's got a couch.
I go to the bar.
Okay.
We can all go and just rest there for the night.
Oh, but Dr. Nunn is staying in his car. Right? Okay.
Correct.
Nunn's in the car. Is everyone else joining into the bar?
Yes.
Okay. Riley?
I think that
You're going to the bar?
No.
Okay, Riley's not going to the bar. Okay. So, two of y'all are going to the bar to sleep.
I don't know if I'm going to go to. Well, if I'm staying in my car, if none is sleeping in his car, I think I'd be sleeping in my car as well.
Okay.
But I'd be sleeping next to him.
You guys would y'all would park your driver's doors near each other and just sleep.
Exactly.
Sorry about that.
Holy
Graham
shit.
is going to head towards the bar, and then, in full view of everyone else that's walking. Who else was going to the bar?
I'm sleeping at the bar.
Okay.
Oh.
In at least view of Mr. Nunn.
Well, in the car, but it's parked at the bar.
In view of Mr. Nunn, he's gonna. Oh, okay. Now some of this ain't sitting so well. I'm gonna go get some air.
Wait. Graham,
Yeah.
why don't we do some detective work at the library late at night?
God damn it! Shut the hell up. I mean, I wasn't gonna just say that. That's what I was gonna do.
You mean break into the
But we
library?
can take some bikes.
Hey, listen. We can take some bikes because those are bike tires are pretty. I don't see anybody else riding bikes around here. So how about we walk? Okay, we can take your damn bikes.
No, fair. Wait, I don't care.
Okay, we'll walk. But hey, listen, I know you like to do things kind of above the board, but that's what they pay me the big bucks for. Is I don't really see a board, so hence the phone book. So if you just turn your eyes, and I happen to find the door unlocked, and there's probable cause because you see a criminal snooping inside, we can get in real quick.
We can start brandishing, is what you're saying.
We can start brandishing. Is really what I'm saying. Follow me.
Fill your
heading
hand,
for
you
the,
son of a bitch!
Throws the gun through the window. I see a gun inside.
Yeah.
Wait.
Do
Yeah.
we want to go to the animal shelter, the library, or the paper mill? I feel like the paper
He's got a
mill's
gun!
probably the
I've got a
easiest one to
mouse.
get into.
I've got a mouse.
I was thinking the library.
Okay, then we can go to the library.
See, I'd pull out a Nerf gun, but I feel like Twitch would get real mad about
Yeah. Wait, you guys are going to the library at like
A Nerf
late at
gun.
night?
Yeah, midnight, 1 in the morning.
Not a sponsor.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you said we're hitting the library, right?
That's fine. I always either think of that or the paper mill.
I mean, we can probably do both. I don't exactly sleep. I just drink a lot of coffee and a lot of liquor.
Liquor, I don't know her.
Well, you see, you see that it's kind of like get a little like shy for a bit, and he goes, "One of my favorite hobbies is people watching, and I find that people don't really notice that you're watching them, especially at night. So it's kind of my
Sounds
favorite
like a
time to
night
do it."
stalker.
Actually, it may be the creepiest thing
Yeah.
I've ever heard.
I
I'm a really
have
good-
my
yeah.
backstory, and when it's like
Jason,
one of your
I've been-
hobbies, I have people watching
Stalker.
and black light bowling.
My
Or
my
that
hobbies
is-
are smoking, drinking, and shooting.
My hobbies
Nice.
are
Naming me.
cleaning.
Right, so we will go to
are-
the library.
Well, here's
hobbies
my-
are hating customers, filing paperwork, and hating life.
Oh my gosh, that hits too close to home.
I think we should do the back door.
Whatever you.
It's always safer to go in the back door.
Yeah, that's what my ex-wife
There's-
told me before we split.
There's a loophole in the scripture.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard one of them corner girls saying something like, fuck me in the ass because I love Jesus or something like that. I don't know.
Oh.
But I will pull out a very fine. Well, I mean, I guess they wouldn't be sure if I had like a lock picking kit.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be something that I might have on me? If not, I can make it work.
I mean, you know it's a crime to have one of those. So,
I have a lot of things. I'm carrying an arsenal.
yeah. But if you're okay, so did you even attempt to look at the front of the library?
I
Or did you just go straight to the back of it?
Peek around and then head to the back.
I always go
You-
straight to the
you-
back.
You would clearly see that it's open.
Shit.
Like, as in, daytime library is completely different than nighttime library. It's like they hired some kid to run it. Normally, some kid to run it.
Could we see the attendant by peeking in?
Oh yeah.
Is it some kid
No,
or is it little
not
Tim?
this time. No. It is a woman. Like a full-grown woman. And now a puppy has joined.
All right. You want to go in the front still? I mean, we can still break into the back, but there's people here, so it's like.
Or maybe we go to the paper mill
Let's go to paper mill.
because we don't know if there's anybody there.
That's a good.
We'll go to the paper mill.
I'll- Paper mill's a good idea.
Okay.
Do we notice any
After
security
some
there
time. Wait, security?
at the paper mill?
Oh yeah, there's security, but it's not running. Like, they just have overnight security, like a guy's just lackadaisically walking around with a flashlight, just, just doing the piddling around. Oh, I'm being the security guard. Look at me. The gate's locked.
I look at Graham and I'm like, brandish now?
No. See, that guy can actually send us to jail. I got a real bad idea. See, I got some melatonin here, pills, help you sleep. I can crush them up, put them inside a cigarette, pass it on to them.
Not
I
how
don't
it
know
works.
if breathing that in is gonna work. But
Jesus.
Not how it works.
He just dies. He just fucking kills him.
or I mean,
If I crush 30 of these sleeping tablets in there, surely he'll get knocked out, right?
He just like sleeps.
Sir,
He sleeps
sir, you're-
forever after that.
Sir, we're sorry to tell you, but your brain can never naturally produce melatonin ever again. You just took a surge of melatonin straight to the dome.
hey,
It's
listen, I never
irreparable.
said he'd wake up. I just said I could make him sleep. But at that rate, and I will point at the phone book, I can really make him sleep.
Oh my god.
Listen, we can just sneak. I think can we just sneak?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't exactly the quietest person. Like, as we're walking, all his guns clanking together. Listen,
How about I take a rock and I throw it like the paper mill?
now,
Wait,
if
how
let's say
close
we're
are you
sneaking-
whenever you're trying to stealthily walk while your guns are rattling?
Well, no,
Yeah.
listen. If we're sneaking and it's like we're really like focusing, like we're really what would the bird be concentrating on it, I think we got a shot. But if it's based simply on the ability to sneak, we
Mhm.
don't have a shot.
I'm just thinking. I'm thinking we can create a diversion. I throw a rock or something, it hits the paper mill. The guard goes, checks it out, and then we scurry our way in.
Or what if we walk up and say, "Hey, we're detectives investigating a murder," and if he gets in our way, then we might think he's an accomplice.
Without even conversing it. Excuse me.
Shit.
Yeah, over here.
Hello?
Over here,
Hey, hello.
dumbass.
Oh, hey,
Hello?
be nice. Hello. Hi.
Hello?
Hello.
And he's clearly got like the Rent-A-Cop flashlight with a taser, and that's all he's got. Like,
Hey, I'm Senior Detective Graham Gregg. They call me Triggerfinger. You're relieved of your duties for tonight. We'll take over from here.
no, can do. I am security here.
Wait, yeah.
I
How much they
apologize.
pay you?
Hey,
What?
so,
$7 an
hey,
hour?
shut the fuck up for a second. You gotta be nice to him.
I would politely ask you all to leave, please.
Listen, sir, we were actually hired by your local law enforcement to come in and actually inspect this because we have a inkling that the paper mill might be linked to a murder, and all we need to do is come in and look at a few things. You can stay with us the entire way.
No one was killed at the paper mill, so I don't see how this is part
it
of
might
the
be
murders.
linked to it. No, I understand. Trust me, very high level stuff, and we'll tell you all about it on the way.
Why? Because that drunkard Timmy worked here?
What's your name there? Does he have a name on his badge or on his shirt or anything?
Yeah, it's Johnson is his last name.
I will go ahead and flip open a clipboard, like a small little pad of
Mhm.
paper, and very blatantly,
Mhm.
where he can tell, I'm going to write, Mr. Johnson dash accomplice question mark, where
And
he's like somewhat able to see me write that.
I'm just gonna look to Graham and say, well, looks like I need to call retired Mr. Johnson, that called in this case to his good old friend. And
You take me for a fool, son? That's my paw, you idiot.
You think he's gonna be too
you
happy
think
that
he's
his
gonna be
son's
too happy
in trouble?
when I have to call him and tell us that his son won't let us come in and try to fulfill his orders?
I mean, we'll have to get a warrant, and they may have to call him in. And you know how the stress of this job was. No wonder he's retired and not doing it anymore. They'd have to get him to come on back, and
Hell, we were just
it'd be
playing cards
you know
with
what?
him.
Let me just.
The...
And I'll like pull out my phone and flip it open and start acting like I'm typing in the notice. I mean, dude, you think we should bother him working on? I mean, because we could go back and grab the warrant. That's just a whole thing. We're just hoping that since, I mean, you're a Johnson, you got to have some sort of sense in you. Maybe you just let us get this done quick so that we ain't got to worry about it no more.
Well, if you had any sense about it, you might want to bring that search warrant for here. Because I cannot speak for the company.
definite accomplice.
No, that's fair. That's
All right,
fair.
Graham, we can go now.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know how these rented cops are. They got to use whatever power they can get when they can't get on the force. You know how it is.
No, it's not that. My daddy could get me on the force.
Could he? Well, then why ain't you on the force? I mean, you got a little bit of his belly, so clearly I think it's just. I mean, hey, listen, we all had rented cop gigs at the beginning, okay? You got to work your way up. It's just, I mean.
Please
Well,
leave.
Well, obviously, Graham, he doesn't want to work his way up because he won't even help out.
No.
He's just
You know
gonna
what?
stand there.
Please leave.
I had that letter I was gonna give recommendation to his dad. I guess I'll just tear that up and I'll start to walk away. Hey, I'll let your dad know that you were down here and let him know how things went.
I'll let him know when I get home.
Alrighty. Look
Alright.
forward to that beating.
One of us should stay here, keep an eye on Johnson.
Yeah. Well.
Well, since I'm the
We
people
still gotta
watcher, I can volunteer myself.
Yeah, if you wanna watch, I can distract him. Maybe I could get in.
I think we can both get in.
I think we can both get. I mean, I could pull a gun on him. We can both get in.
Ooh, I don't think that's the best move.
I'm just saying, intimidation is usually a bit better when you're staring down a 12 gauge.
Alright, why don't we just...
You gonna Gallagher old Paul Johnson?
We can
maybe
go,
we don't
okay,
have
options.
We
I
got
can
it.
watch him, or we could go back to the library. Or we could go to the animal shelter.
I don't think we're walking to an animal shelter. Them dogs gonna be barking at us.
Yeah, but they're already going to be barking anyways, so...
Did we ever see where Dick Cranio went? Okay, listen. I mean, we got to do something. Or maybe we just sleep it off. Let a couple more people get murdered to give us a bit more evidence. If we're being honest here, we let crime go a little bit longer. Maybe different slip-ups will happen. You put it all together. You got yourself a suspect. That's how they do it down in Chicago.
I'll leave it up to you.
No, listen, man. I ain't the brightest tool in the shed. There. I think it's gonna be your call. I mean, you want me to? We could get in either sneaky or we could get in with.
Yeah, but now he's already suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
What if we actually go get his dad?
Oh.
Johnson seemed pretty willing to help us. The ex-sheriff there. We just let him know we're trying to investigate, and his son's keeping in our way. We can't go in and look around.
Let's go back to the bar. Let's see if Johnson's still there.
See,
he's not.
No, he left.
Not there.
He left. You saw him leave. You were thinking about following him.
Oh yeah, that's right. Why didn't I follow him?
God damn it. Or we could write up a fake warrant here. Now I got experience writing up that fake warrant.
Oh my god. Of course you do.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. Your call.
Let's just try to break in. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Okay.
Let them know that we're doing stupid shit.
How do we want to do this? We need an elaborate
Yeah,
plan.
we're doing stupid shit.
While you all are talking about doing stupid shit, I understand Dr. Nunn is asleep in the car now. And then
Yep.
Janet Bannett, are you asleep in the hotel now? Okay. Dr. Nunn is safely locked away in his car, and Janet Bannett is safely locked away in the nice warm bed, which is actually immaculately clean, all of it. Like, definitely the bartender makes sure everything is clean and like articulate of the bar after everybody's gone and the rooms that people stay in. So it's actually really nice for how shitty the town could be. It's very clean, like very clean. So you all, if they don't wake you up, you all can have a nice night's rest.
Yeah, about to do some stupid shit. Yeah, y'all come in. We're about to do some stupid shit and want to make sure it's not like stupid as shit.
I was never a mall cop.
Okay, she hit the button while she's sleeping. She's a snort. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna break into the paper mill.
Wait,
Only one of the victims was from the paper mill.
Should we break into the library instead? Well, I guess it's kind of already open. It's not breaking
Only
in.
one of the victims worked at the library.
Now, if it's one from each place and there's a subway in the library, I'm tired.
I don't think there's a subway in the library.
but we could go to the library and see if we can convince the lady to let us look at the old subway tracks, like they have like a schematic or any records of what the subway used to be.
But if the whole town is in on it,
And the whole town's not in on it, you ass.
watch, I'm gonna be right. That .19472.
It's actually it's actually a cult town, and everybody's in on it. They have to do their
It's a
weekly
great day.
sacrifice.
To the well man.
All right.
Yeah,
Great
it's a great day in
call.
Orsted.
The man from the well that crawled out of hell.
Yes. The well diver.
Or
You know what?
we could just
Let's
go to
just-
sleep and then we go to
Yeah,
the
we could
library
just
in the
sleep it off.
morning.
I'm
and
gonna
not have to do anything illegally.
I'm gonna take a shot, light a cigarette, and it's time to sleep.
Well, boy, Aquaman's shittiest sidekick.
Yeah. limited only to natural rainwater areas, not even oceanic water. Just gotta be on in well systems and sewer systems. Oof. Oof. His surfboard is made of a turd. Alright, so everybody's going to bed now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, how are you two idiots gonna get into a locked up bar?
We'll sleep in the car. He can sleep in the back.
Yeah, yep. I'll just knock on the window.
Specifically,
There's two
in the
cars
trunk.
there.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
sleep in my Prius.
Oh, yeah, I'll just do that.
Okay.
I think Mr. Nunn is faking sleep there, so he doesn't have to let us in. I'll definitely left a grease stain on his window, though. That'll
It's on the outside too, so you can't wipe it without rolling down the window.
I'll
At
just
4:30 a.m. sharp,
draw
you
a
guys
dick.
hear.
Yeah, no, he definitely
As he
draws a
cleans
dick.
his window first, and then your guys' windows.
He definitely fell asleep with the cigarette in his mouth, though.
Oh.
My Prius.
A cherry
This
just
is
hits
a-
the floor and burns right through a mat.
This is leased, you ass.
Just flip the mat over, you'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll come out of the upholstery.
So, everybody eventually wakes up, and Miss Janet Bannett, you have a note slid underneath your door, advising you that what breakfast will be bacon and eggs with some biscuits and gravy. They have brown and white gravy. And if you want milk, coffee, orange juice, even a morning beer, whatever you fancy, they have that prepared for you. Bartender was just assuming eventually the other three would come to there, so there's only one note for everyone. And there was also a note saying that I word this correct. Saying that former Sheriff Johnson was informed of two, as one would say, Neanderthals coming up and harassing his son at his job late at night, assuming to possibly be private investigators of a sort. And he could talk, he might be able to talk and help you out.
Huh. I think the library's the first thing, though.
Would y'all like breakfast?
Mr. Nunn will have separate plates for each food type.
Oh, can't touch.
The food can't touch.
Yeah.
Thaddeus doesn't eat breakfast.
the barkeep will understand your certain requirements and give you separate plate. Small, all the exact same. There's no different styles. All same orderly plates because he understands about organization and cleanliness. You will have individual little plates for each one, and if needed, you will have individual private cups of creamer if you need sugar with
This
your
dude's
own
definitely the
spoon.
killer.
So, yeah, everything
Whatever,
is
dear.
everything is catered to y'all's needs because he's getting paid generously also by your company to help. So,
Be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be
hence why
suspicious.
none of you had to pay for any of your beers or liquor. So,
Yeah, so I think Thaddeus is just kind of waiting for everybody to want to go to the library.
sir, do you not want any bacon or eggs or even a coffee?
No, I'm good.
Huh.
I got a mountain of food on my plate.
If you need more, dear, just let me know. I'll cook you up some fresh eggs.
Eating like a king today. Can't afford this kind of food on a retail salary.
If you need it to go box, I can certainly make you some. Or before you head out of town after y'all solve this insanity, hopefully solve this insanity, we can make you something to go.
Quick question for you, bartender. Who do you think did it? Who do you think is the murderer of these victims?
Oh golly. I'd say probably none of my regulars. They're almost too drunk and too dumb to do any of that. So a lot of people you probably saw last night, maybe. I mean, I don't know. They're not all lightweights. So
What would you say the bartender's build is?
he's pretty beefy. I mean, he's the bartender and basically the bodyguard of it too. Like he can't be pushed around because he has to protect the bar.
Would you say probably maybe similar height to myself and might be able to handle a bit more rough and tumbly kind of people?
He's shorter than you, but he's built.
How much shorter?
How much shorter?
You said you're what, 6'4"? He's probably 6 foot, maybe even a little bit shorter.
Hmm. And well, has Maya have you like told us all about how things were kind of clean and meticulous or anything? Have you mentioned that?
No?
Okay. Hmm. Well, I don't know. You know anybody around town that's probably around my height but a bit more built up like you?
Ugh. Uh, what? Lowell Lumberjack there. Richard. We got who else was there? Oh, that boy that I talked about. Harry. Birmingham. He's the old locksmith. He's a pretty big boy. He's got to be moving around some heavy stuff. I mean, you got to think he deals with locks on all types of doors, and he also helps with the jail, with all of their kind of doors and systems and stuff. And what else is there?
Well, you know, I
There's
bet
the
he helps
butcher's
you.
the butcher's son, Sal. Uh, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, but
Library.
What
Then locksmith.
What was Johnson Jr.'s build?
oh, he was pudgy
Okay.
and like shorter, like kind of like his dad. But yeah, I mean, I left a note for Miss Bayonet. The former sheriff was wanting to speak to y'all. I guess some people harassed his son last night. So
Now, who in their right mind would do that?
You
Crazy.
too?
Hey, listen.
I mean, hey,
That is harassment.
listen, I wasn't told details. All I know is that enormous Johnson, whenever he wants to talk about something, he just draws on and on.
That's
The
on you
issues,
too.
What?
Hey, we didn't harass anybody. You can ask him. We went down there. We said we ain't go inside. The kid said no. We said, "Are you sure?" He said no, and we said, "We'll try to get ourselves a warrant." And we left. That's literally all that happened. Now maybe he saw us conversing a couple blocks down the road for a little bit longer than that, but that is the thick and thin of it.
Well, hey, if I know anything about search warrants, and this place has been served a few, it takes a little bit to get them. So,
Yeah,
it probably knew what was going down.
Yeah.
Well, people used to think we did shine in here, but I don't have time for that crap. The only thing
Yeah,
shine
you
in
don't.
here is the shining surfaces and
You like
shining
to,
smiles. So,
you like to keep things clean, huh?
well, yeah, cleanliness is friendliness. Sure, I don't always have the best demeanor or friendliness, but keeps people coming in, keeps the door and lights on, doors open, keeps me from starving, keeps me from working in that fucking paper mill. So, but like you said to your questions, we got the Sal, Sal Henderson. That's the butcher. He's a big boy. We got Harry Birmingham. He's the big boy, locksmith. And we got old Richard, uh, lumberjack. So.
Now, what all did you tell me about that other one, Abby Bays?
Oh, the poor little Abby Bays, the one that worked in the animal shelter.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? She never missed
Did
a day of church, straight A's, that kind of thing.
yeah. Yeah, what all did you know about her?
About that, she never came in here. She wasn't a drinker, and
You
I
ever,
don't see the other three that I mentioned. They're busy with their craft. So
did she ever stay here?
no, no,
No.
no. She had her own place.
Hmm.
No, only folks that come and stay here are the travelers normally, or those that aren't sober enough to make it across town or to the next town over.
Hmm.
Which is why most of the time my stuff stays pretty pristine, because y'all are the first ones to really stay here in a hot minute. I actually had to wash and clean everything when your company reached out to me, so.
So here's what I'm seeing. None. Your name always escapes me there, and so does yours. But I mean, it looks like we got three liable people, all in their own ways. We got the butcher's son who can cut up a slab of meat. We got the lockpick who can get into a house pretty damn easy, and we got the lumberjack who could carry a hell ton of weight. What if it's more than one person? What if it's a couple people? I mean, hell, and none of these killings are connected. We still haven't figured that out. What if it's something as nefarious as a hired killing ring?
I would like to check out the butcher. I mean, it could be possible the whole town is in on it, definitely. Part of me thinks there's something to be said about the
We do
curved
have a
blades.
we do have
Yeah,
a
that's what
second
I'm saying.
we do have a second crime scene if we want to go look at that.
True.
That's true. We should. I mean, and I'm not saying the whole town is in on it. I'm just saying it's at this rate, it's got to be more than one person. And I mean, well, what do we know? We know little Timmy. I mean, he seemed to like his dad and all, but we also know his dad seemed to have what it sounded like had a pretty nasty divorce and breakup there. Um, I mean, and Timmy seemed to not be so happy that his pa spending so much time at the bar under the drink. So,
Um,
I mean, if
if
it's
I
paid off,
if I may, as a I guess another party over here and stuff. Sorry for listening. I do want to apologize for uh, how Levi was last night. He off his rocker a little bit. So I do want to apologize how he acts. We keep him to that corner normally and let him do his own thing. So once again,
Do you know what he was talking about with the well? Something's up with a well in a subway?
Subway.
Yeah.
Hasn't been brought up in years. That thing's been down under there for, golly, what, damn near 20, 25 years it's been sunk under. Yeah, we had a horrible accident down there. This place used to be bustling. I mean, that's why we still have neon signs and everything. I mean, this place used to be bustling. We had the underground subway, connected this town to all the surrounding towns. Trade was bustling, people were bustling, and then one day it just came crumbling down on one spot and killed about a whole trainload of people, and they just didn't have the money to fix it up. And thankfully, we could recover the bodies down there, those people, but we just never fixed it up after that.
How'd
Any
you manage to get down there to recover them?
Well, I mean, there's access points around town, or at least there were. Everything's been sealed up to my knowledge. But
anybody in town lose someone in that accident?
everybody lost a little bit of everything. I mean, we lost a couple of people. I mean, what's her name again? Librarian. She lost her son in it. Miss Gix. Yeah, she lost her boy in there and her husband in that. So they're actually coming in for her birthday. It was a pretty rough time for her. And, everybody's lost somebody some way or another, and distant relatives, but
I got I got a weird, might seem a little twisted of a question.
shoot, I've heard it all.
They have a funeral for her husband and boy.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
If you can recall, you said it's a long time ago. Was that a closed or open casket?
definitely close. I mean, you gotta think, train hitting stationary rubble on the track going 60, 70 odd miles an hour, depending on
Probably
curve of the track.
probably
Think
cut
of it,
someone up pretty bad.
uh, more or less crushed. I mean, it's like a tin can getting smashed by a foot. You know what I mean? So she didn't have to see him that way, but
That's
uh,
good.
bringing that up to her might be a little bit of a, well, I'm talking about the subway. I mean, our town's probably got maps of it somewhere. Library, town hall, something like that. If you're really inkling on that. I know your last group, whoever the probers or whatever the hell they were called, they were looking into that, but I don't know if they ever found
Hmm.
anything about it.
The last group was looking into the subway?
Yeah, I mean, they thought it was kind of mysterious.
Good to know. Off to the
But
library we go, fellas. Directly to find the
We should
subway.
I agree.
go to the coroner first.
Oh, good call. Yeah, let's stop by the corner on the way to the library.
oh,
Once we're
hello, Grim High. I mean, he's kind of weird, but aren't we all? So,
yeah,
you're always welcome
we're
back
out
here
of
if you need a place.
once we're out of earshot from that bartender, um, that librarian's name just keeps coming up, and I do not think that is too much of a coincidence.
There have been a
Um,
number of names that have come up in addition to the librarian, but I do think she's someone we want to talk to. We also need to get the details for the schematics for the subway, though, because I think it's important to note that the previous detectives went missing.
yes, and they were
They went
looking into the
missing for a
subway.
reason. If they were looking to the subway, my guess is that leads somewhere to where we may find them, which is our actual goal. We don't really care about the murders.
Now he said they were looking for it, and that's what they were looking into. My worry is if we start also poking around trying to find schematics for this subway, maybe we're the next group to go missing. What if we try to do it a bit? I mean, I know it's riskier, but old fashioned way. Keep people from knowing, other than that, they're bartender, that that's what we're doing. Keep that, play our cards close to our chest, you know? Don't tell your neighbor you got pocket aces until you need them to know.
Hmm.
Have you ever played poker?
I've never been good at it.
Yeah. Don't don't tell your neighbors that you got pocket aces.
I
Just
get you to hold
period.
out, you get a couple bucks, and then you lose the next hand because you go all in on a 2-7 offsuit. Like I said, I was never good at it.
Remind me to play poker with you sometime.
Oh, I'd love to. It'd be a hell of a time. I got the straightest poker face you ever did see.
Well, let's go. Let's go to the corner. What does we'll go straight to the corner. I'll hop in the car, drive there,
Oh
knock
god,
on the
not
door.
car again.
Well, Mr. Nunn won't knock on the door, but I'm assuming somebody else will.
Oh, I can knock on the door for you.
Could you knock 6 more times?
No,
Even
that was
you'll
only...
thank me later. Just an even 10 knocks. You'll thank me later. Just 6 more times. Just
Wait, why 6 more times?
just knock 6 more.
I can
You'll
already-
thank me later. You'll thank me later. Just
Do we hear shuffling from inside like he's coming?
After 4 knocks, yes.
Look, you can hear him coming. You just don't
no.
hear him
You gotta knock 6 more times.
I-
You just
I'm not
trust
gonna do
me.
that.
You'll thank me later.
Is that like a secret passcode?
Janet, make him knock 6 more times.
I will knock.
Janet,
6
please
more
make him
times.
knock. Thank you. You'll
You
thank
want me
me
to keep
later.
going and I'll knock like once more, just like you want me to keep going?
Perfect.
Okay. Well, you got something with the number 11? It's because it's 2 1s, so it's nice and like even. Like that's like a nice even number, like 2 1s. Hey, friendly man there, Graham.
Yes. And you can clearly tell his eyes are like baggy as shit. Like he's been up all night trying to
Did you get that
do
formula
something.
down?
Formula.
The yellow shit.
Yes, I think so.
Can we come in? I got coffee.
Wait, what? Oh yes, and then you'll hear locks unlocking, and slowly the door will creak open.
Good shit. I'll just like point the coffee cup in his direction.
Oh, thank you, thank God.
It's like got that little oiliness on top, that like older, kind of dirty, kind of spit back coffee is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's gonna just drink it.
Does he drink all of it?
Yeah, you gave him the whole cup, didn't you?
Could I get my mug back, at least?
Is it a throwaway mug?
No, it's like a
Oh,
reusable one.
here, thank you.
Thanks.
He's got a
He'll
little
just
bit more
wipe,
pep
like,
in
with
his
his
step.
thumb, wipe off the mouth part, open it back up, and pour a little more coffee in.
Oh,
and then
more?
Just take a drink.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
my flask I've got one coffee flask, and the other one's a
Flask.
the other kind of go juice.
Yes. Well, I stayed up all night trying to figure this out. And it is something. It's not a drug. But it could be a drug. I mean, I guess it's a drug. I don't know how to describe it. It's not
Is it
like
fungus?
yeah. Actually, you're right.
Like something that might grow up in a cave or on a tree
Not tree, but yeah,
or
something in
underground.
yes. Actually, yeah, it's in dark, damp areas, mushrooms. But
Suko.
it's
No.
got it's very its spores are very yes, you hallucinogenic. And not in I guess you know how kids say trippy. I guess their fun
The
way.
bad kind of way.
Yes. From what I've seen in some research here and there, it's it kind of sends your body into a hyper aware state of fear. So kind of gets your primal senses going. It's like a bad trip, they say. Not a good time, but I don't know why it's in their noses.
So everyone that's come in contact with this that we've seen is dead, dismembered. Is that all the dismembered bodies? Every one of them's got this.
Yeah, that's all the ones that we have.
How many do we got again?
The 4 right here, and then the
Who is that
4
fourth
others.
buddy?
Yeah.
The the Jane Doe.
No, so we've
Or the
got
last person.
Timothy, Jane, Abby, and
Oh, and then we've got Jimmy, Abby, Abby. And we've got. Sorry, what was that?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, you go ahead with your thing. I had to find the name real quick through the names
I
of
was
people
gonna
I have.
say, you said there's a Jane Doe. Did we ever get a description of the other detectives?
She would not match that because she would have her clear uniform. Like,
Okay.
yeah. And the name of the fourth victim that's on the tables, his name is James Callahan.
Nice.
Yeah. And that's with 2 L's.
How long you been here, Grim?
And he'll walk over to a calendar and flip over a couple months. June 12th, I'll be 56, so 56 years and 9 months soon once it hits that day. So,
Born and raised, I see.
yep, ever since I was, a swimmer. So yeah, I've been here a hot minute.
I'll whisper over to Mr. Nunn. Should we maybe be blunt? He's been here his whole life. Ask him about the well and the subways, and ask him if he's involved.
Definitely, with everybody we meet, we should ask about the well. Or about the subway, yeah. I mean, what? I'll just turn to the coroner and ask. What do you know about the subway?
Oh, yeah, about 20, 25 years ago,
Yeah.
came down, rubble on the tracks, killed a lot of people. That was a busy, busy time, and not a good time. A lot of people on there.
Did you lose anyone?
Hmm.
Did you lose anyone?
Oh, yeah. Who didn't that day?
Oh well, my condolences. Is like family or something?
Oh, yeah. I know I'm kind of weird right now, but I used to be sexy little man. I had a nice little girl on my hip, but that was probably my hardest one to work on.
I'm terribly sorry. My condolences.
Oh, it's part of life, The tax of life is death. So I just try to make everybody look good before they're put in the ground.
What's the coroner's build?
He's older, and he's got 2 leg braces, so he's pretty frail. So he needs help, like putting the bodies on the tables and stuff. That's where he gets some help from locals to help him with it. Oh,
Interesting. Um, I don't think he's connected to this. Let's move on to the library. We can see what we can figure out. We know it's a fun guy that comes from deep dark places. This is starting to all point towards the subway. We just need to find an entrance to the subway.
oh, Miss Gix.
Hmm?
She'll help you out. Oh, Miss Gix, the librarian. She'll help you out if that's what you're looking for.
Perfect. Miss Gix, it sounds like, is our person.
She is a sweetheart. Not very verbal though. I'm just warning you. Oh.
Oh yay. Off to the
Well,
library.
yeah. Are you gonna get out of my place?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Thank you. And
Let's
he'll
see.
shut the door and start hearing the 30 locks get put on there.
I mean, I know I'm quite the conspiracist, but isn't it a little, how would you say it, convenient that one people who might be best at cutting up bodies is the one who just so happens to completely be the opposite of the description we got from the crazy man at the bar? I mean, and if he lost someone close to him and had to do an autopsy on him, that could lead to some serious psychological problems there. I mean, I'm just trying to say because we don't exactly have too many leads here, other than let's go to the subway and find the supernatural demon monster that can travel through brick walls. Concrete, sorry.
I think we just don't know enough to make a genuine conclusion from it. I mean, demons don't exist. We all know that. So
I work
that's
retail.
Well-
Demons exist.
I think we all know that demons are.
And they are named Karen.
Amen to that.
yeah. So we go to the library and ask the lady for deeds on where the subway is.
And then she'll kind of hop down from her little pedestal and disappear. You'll hear some rummaging. Kind of climb back up there. I hate these damn papers. And we'll hand them to you. Have fun with your research, sweeties. And then that'll
Perfect.
be it.
I'll look at the documents. Is there like a clear entrance at the well?
It'll have like an old, like if you were to layer papers on top of each other, like the town, and then you put it underneath there, they have like tables in the library that are lit up, so you could put them on top of there for blueprints and schematics, which Miss Gix will point to
Mm-hmm.
you all, and you can see that there's set like a lot of connections to the town, but they've all been kind of sealed up, like all the oh, what is it, like the manholes have all been basically sealed off except for the sewer connections. And then there's also one hole through the well. There is one hole through the through a building that it intersects on. Again, let me find it real quick. It is on 6th and Birch. So you don't know that building, but it's on 6th and Birch. And then there's another one that intersects outside of the paper mill area.
Okay, 6th and Birch Building, is that the direction we were somewhat pointed in for the animal shelter?
No, animal shelter area was near where Abby she lived, which was 3rd and Printer. So you've got this one, 6th and Birch, is more on the south side of town.
Was there an entrance near the animal shelter?
No. So like east side of town's the paper mill, south side of the town is this new 6th and Birch, and then the middle of the town is the well. So it's kind of like it goes up from south to middle to east, almost like the subway went into the middle of town and then it took a turn to go out to another area.
Interesting that there's an entrance near where two of our victims are.
Yeah, that's
But the
really my
fact that
thought
there's
exactly.
one at the well and the guy saw someone crawling out of the well makes me pretty confident that the well is where we should be looking.
Yeah, I want to
Give
go
a
during the
closer-
daytime.
Hmm.
Well, it's daytime
So
now.
so just as a reminder, you have 6th and Birch, you have the paper mill, and you have the well as 3 places where there were entry points.
Mm-hmm.
We could try to
You wanna
go in
split
through
up?
the paper mill if we want to.
Let's take a look at the well first, I think. See what's at 6th and Birch, then the paper mill.
Okay,
Agreed.
you're driving, Janet.
Oh lord, maybe we could walk. It's pretty close.
You can walk, and then we'll beat you there by like 2 hours.
Oh, guess I'll get in the car. Can I at least smoke a cigarette?
Please no.
I'll open the window.
All right, so we get to the
Mhm.
well. Does it look
Mhm.
any different during the day?
Nope. Looks like a well.
Okay. Now that it's daytime,
Mhm.
where the concrete and the rocks of the well like intersect,
Mhm.
is there anything there? Like if I climb down inside that well and start looking around.
No, it is like a solid structure there.
Hmm. What you thinking, Patty? Is the mud here similar color?
Outside of the well or inside the well?
Outside the well.
No, because remember y'all looked at that before.
Inside the well, there's not really any mud, though, is there?
It's the dirt that Graham,
Graham.
yeah, Detective Graham Gregg tasted and smelled was the concrete mixed with the dirt and the iron like taste.
Is it a similar color to what we saw on the victim's feet?
Yes.
Is there like a button? Is there like something that stands out as a way you could break into in this area of the well?
No, it looks like it's a pretty flush platform there.
Yeah, we already tried all those stones and everything. They just
All
want to
the
make our way
victims had
along.
that dirt on their feet. All right.
It's the last piece we haven't looked at.
Maybe we'll find mud similar in the sewers or in the subway or of something of that sort.
That's what I'm thinking.
So you go over to Six and Birch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's there?
You see a business. And it is a locksmith's business.
Hmm.
And currently, it appears to be closed. Yes. No answer. You
Yes.
don't see one out. Yeah, there's one in the area, but you don't see one outside.
Okay, I'm gonna make some Chicago-style conclusions here. So we're looking at all these things around here, and we're looking for a built guy, which is what this guy was described as, who can kill people, which I'm sure he can because he's built, who can get into buildings without needing a key. So I mean, I'm super okay with
Or
just
with
kicking
a
this
key
door
to
here.
everything.
Yeah, I'm super okay with kicking this door in right now. Y'all just say the word, I'll make the move. Or finessing it open, either way.
Well, help us in.
I'm gonna first see if I can get the door open without brute force, like maybe trying
Mhm.
to pick it open.
Okay. Let's try to do. Let's do like a hand-eye. Let's do a hand-eye on the
Okay.
coordination there.
Okay. A hand eye. Okay. 15.
Oh yeah, yeah. Even though this guy is a locksmith, rolling,
Shitty
I'd say
locksmith.
that high. Yeah, because especially since that's a near impossible check. Yeah, it you get a lot of tension on your tools as you were, kind of gently
My
working
bobby.
around it. Yeah, and well, I mean, bobby pin or your tools if you have a set. You get a little bit of tension on there. You're afraid it's gonna break, but then the lock kind of just and turns with you, and it just and there's no bell above the door or nothing that goes off. It just gently kind of swings open.
Hey, Thaddeus. Hey, Thaddeus. Remember that brandishing thing? I'll pull out my 357 special, LA Noir style.
I pull out a revolver. Are we doing this?
Yo!
Mr. Nunn pulls out a pristine, chrome looking silver pistol.
All right. Mine's always got to be bigger. I'll pull out the double barrel 12 gauge.
What the fuck?
Why would the size of your gun matter?
Well, this one that way you guys got range and I got
Mr. Nunn, he's talking about his dick.
exactly.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I will
Shoot
step in
me!
with my gun out.
The lights are off in there.
Hey,
It's
someone
pretty
got a
dark.
flashlight?
The only thing that's really showing is daylight that's coming through the front windows. Oh no.
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't say black lights. No. Ah. All right. So you have glow lights, so you're gonna get some light. So where are you going at in the store?
Probably should check the back.
Okay.
Exactly what I was thinking. See if we can find a basement in the back. Is there like a
All right.
back room? Or...
You can look.
I will look for that. I will look for that.
Okay. All right.
I
So
don't
you're
know
just
what
so you're just gonna walk towards the back of the store.
We're all just kind of spreading out, I think, throughout.
I'm just looking around the front of the store.
Okay.
I
Okay.
will head towards
so
the back of the store.
okay. So you're at the back. So as you're towards the back of the store, you clearly see there's obviously a front counter to make purchases. There's some little delicate fancy locks and bike locks and stuff like that that you can buy for really quick purchase or whatever. And there is a door behind the actual counter. You don't know if it leads maybe to an upstairs apartment or to downstairs.
I would like to see if it is unlocked and openable.
Okay. It's locked.
I'll give a whistle. And then I'll see if I can pick this one. I would
Mhm.
I would like to point out that if this is our suspect, we should definitely also suspect the mortician since he had so many damn locks on this door.
And also, if you're looking at the room, like if we're just doing a square, you are in the back left corner of the room where the desk or where the counter is. Okay,
Is
that's where
there
you all are in the
anything?
store.
Is there anything else as me and Mr. Nunn kind of sweep the rest of the store?
None. You were up front, correct? Like towards the front of the store.
Yeah, I'm kind of like
yeah,
looking around the
yeah.
front of the building.
Yeah,
Sorry, I just
and then
realized.
oh yeah, you're good. And then Miss Bannett, you were just all around the store, like on the other side of the store in the back, or
I think if he's checking the front and they're checking the left
the
corner where that thing is, I'll be in the other corner.
the right. Okay. Yeah, I would like you, Miss Bannett, to make a. Let's do a intelligence roll.
10.
10. You just got this kind of inkling that something's off, but you don't really know what it is. You know that with just your past experience with seeing a lot of weirdos and customer care and everything, being not everything is as easy as it seems. People are hiding things. People are sly. You're getting that kind of feeling that maybe we're not looking where we need to be.
Do the walls seem like they're in the right place?
Where you're looking?
Back wall and side wall that I'm next to.
Yeah, that back wall looks a little weird.
Hey guys, there's a secret room behind this wall.
Well, shit. Let's find a way in.
Don't be suspicious.
Should
Don't
I
be
stick
suspicious.
to the
Don't
shotgun
be
or should I get
suspicious.
out my AR? And I'll pull out like a slightly worn down, like straight up rifle.
And Maya, with you saying, that you believe that there's a false door, and with a 10, I'll give you this. You do see a slight scrape mark of kind of maybe this shelving comes out. It's like they tried to buff it out of the floor, but you kind of, with the buffing and waxing and staining, it kind of just made it really relevant across the grain.
Okay. I try and get the shelf to open up like a door.
Oh yeah, as soon as you tug on it, obviously nobody's expecting, like, person who did this was not expecting somebody to go, "Oh wow, this must open," and it just pops and opens up. Yep.
Oh,
Eric's PC crashed.
Yeah, dude, I'm looking at the stream right now, and like Clayton's arm is where Eric was, and like all of our heads are cut off, and like, oh, that's funny. But yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I think maybe. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to continue without Eric.
We may need to. He said his computer
Oh,
crashed.
Oh,
and I don't
there he
know.
is.
Oh. He's at least back.
Okay. What's
Mhm.
behind the wall? What's in the
in the
box?
It's a door that's
Shotgun back out.
shorter than the shelving. So it's like one of those older, smaller doors. You know how like some of the older houses, their doors clearly weren't like meant for, like, I'm 6'3". They're clearly not meant for taller folk. Like, yeah. And so and so yeah, Maya got to meet me.
I met him over New Year's. I was not expecting him to be as tall as he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should
Yeah, I'm the tallest in my family.
maybe me go first because I got the shotgun and I'm used to shooting people like a lot.
Oh, look at that sexy beast that just dropped in.
I'll swap back to my shotgun and take lead if there's no opposition.
All right.
Do you open the door?
Yeah. Gun
Alright.
raised. Like shotgun and
You immediately hear a click on the other side of the door.
there was a click.
Do you continue opening the door?
Like a gun click.
It's ominous.
An
Maybe I'm
ominous
back
click.
up. I heard a click.
I just throw my baseball bat at it so it opens the
Mhm.
rest of the way.
God.
All right. So somehow the floss is gonna have enough strength to open up this door, and it opens. Floss is pretty flimsy, but so the door will open up, and hey, the door's gonna open up. Luckily, it wasn't a shotgun on the other side of the door. It was just a deadbolt that had rotted off the backside that fell.
Oh, I will hurry my way through with the shotgun. Press W,
Yeah.
press
Push
W.
main.
Quad headshot. Do, 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 do.
Yeah.
As Mr. Nunn pushes through the doorway, he'll stop and poke a lamp and then push through.
You said what? You'll poke a lamp?
Just like trying to get my hand in my camera, just like,
Oh.
and then boom, push through.
All right. So once you go through the doorway, it's a straight descent. Not like a fall. It's a descent downward. into a sub basement level. The stairs don't look dry rotted compared to how the frame was.
Are they cement?
Yeah.
Or are the
Yeah,
walls
they
cement?
are.
And they're
Is
dusty, huh?
there blood splattered all over the place?
No.
Is this a Skyrim murder scene?
No, but it's concrete steps that are leading down into this subfloor area.
I will go down at a slight hurried pace.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know when the combat music starts playing. Dum, 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 dum.
So Riley, so Senior Detective Graham Gregg is first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure,
You get to
I
the
got the
bottom of
free.
steps and yeah, you get to the bottom of steps and you take a sharp turn. It's just an open room. There's some storage in there, but there's clearly a door down there as well. Kind of at an angle where it kind of goes down, like somebody dug out this area here and has reached a doorway.
This
Kind of
is
like an
it.
old man tunnel, like you know the old like submarine doors where you twist and it'll pop open. Kind of like one of those.
I'm going to pull like an extra cloth or handkerchief I have and tie it around my face to protect against the spores.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
See,
a
I'm
good
even
idea.
being a smart one. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Nunn, you may want to protect yourself from those germ spores. I heard they got germs all over
I hand
Mr.
him a
Nunn
wipe.
already has a wipe over his mouth.
them. All right, let's go.
So you're gonna go to that door,
Yep,
and then
open it.
all right, you open it, and with kind of like a pneumatic little hiss, it'll open up, and peering through there, you have glow sticks. You can see just a little bit of what resembles a old subway track and an old subway station.
Do we still want me in the lead?
You got the
Yeah.
big gun.
All right, I will continue to lead and push onward.
All right, and there's a clear ladder going down there, so you're gonna go through there, and things are a little bit. Honestly, you can kind of see a little bit down here, which is weird. And as you're observing, you can see clear mushrooms down there, but they're bioluminescent
Hmm.
in the sense that you get a little bit, they're almost like glow sticks that are growing everywhere, all throughout the basement there. And while you're down there, you also hear what sounds like a generator running.
Uh-oh. Let's go. Someone want the rifle? And I'll pull out the long rifle.
Does it
I don't want
have
to be
bullets
wasting
in it?
artillery. Yeah, it's got a lot.
All right, I'll trade my empty revolver for that.
I also got a revolver round. Anyone want the pistol? No, it's my pistol. Never mind. Anyone want the phone book that only Okay, we'll just continue on. I guess we'll just keep going. Yeah, I was gonna say
Okay.
that's a good direction to go.
So you're following the generator noise.
Mhm.
You'll see. A grenade. Yeah, yeah. So as you're walking to the noise, you can see a clear, like wires, tubing, kind of leading back out to the shop that are leading towards this generator, like it's supplying it with power and everything. So as you're walking up there, see another door. You can hear some muffled inside of there, and kind of the like a grindstone being used currently. Yeah.
I will swap to the revolver in case there's a victim down here. We don't want to make him into a victim of attempted murder. Like, I shoot that shotgun, it goes from attempted murder to murder.
hmm
Let's do it.
I will say
You're the senior detective.
yeah, I will say as you're approaching the door, You're gonna hear obviously the muffled, seems like cries for help, and then you're gonna hear, "You made me do this. You didn't have to come to town. This was all locked up and safe."
I'm gonna. Alright, let's do it. I wanna kick that door open like old LA detective style. Like, kick it down with the gun in and freeze!
All right. I'd like everybody to roll initiative. Super quick.
Hope this is a quick one.
Is that a
Mhm.
reflexes check?
I think we agreed that that was reflexes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. What's up? Okay.
I rolled that good.
Oh,
Ooh.
did you roll that good?
I rolled an 11, so I got
Very
I rolled
nice.
a 12.
I
Mhm.
rolled a 2.
Okay.
So we're
That's
tied at
after
12.
my
Eric?
modifiers.
We're tied at 12 then, Eric.
Yes.
So whoever's got the higher reflex, I would say will go first unless y'all are tied.
I got
My
a +1.
reflex is +3.
And yours was what, Riley?
+1. He beats me.
Okay, so yeah. So and then Clayton. Okay. So, well, you haven't met him yet. But Harry Birmingham is a mountain of a man. And he turns around completely surprised because generator running, intent on hacking up not one, not even two, but 4 junior detectives of the of the secret probe that look like nothing but little Boy Scouts compared to y'all. And as you
Rolling
bust
in with
down that
AKs.
door,
We got blood on our
and they
hands.
clearly weren't armed for anything. They thought this was just a little willy-nilly thing. So you're armed to the teeth and you kick in the door. And he turns to face you all with an axe. And I would like Dr. Nunn go first.
Dr. Nunn will see him with the axe and say, "He's the guy! He's the guy!" And will pull out a box of bullets. He'll open the lid, and you will see that it's a 12 case bullet, like it would normally hold 12 bullets, but there are only 10 bullets in there. And he will open his gun, and he will spend his first action putting 6 bullets in his gun. And then he'll sit there and look at it, and he'll spend his second action determining if he should leave the remaining 4 bullets in the box or if he should dump them on the ground, since it's not an even 10, so those 4 bullets will be unusable. And that will be his 2 actions.
I know on my turn I'm shooting Mr. Nunn.
I was gonna say.
2
Does that
actions,
make
one
it
for
my
Nunn
turn?
and one for you. Yes, that would be now Senior Detective Graham Gregg's turn.
I'll just turn.
Clearly, as clearly this deranged locksmith is coming at you with an axe.
None. Always keep it loaded, and I will use both actions to shoot at this guy.
Okay.
Like, my gun has no safety. The hammer was pulled back the entire time it was in his coat. He just goes, always keep it loaded. Boom, boom.
And now, whenever we were doing those rolls, I was trying to think. Gun roll is hand-eye, correct?
I would agree with that.
Okay. And then I'm rolling against that as well, I believe, if that's how we're doing it. Okay.
Now,
So
if,
roll yours.
Senior Detective Graham Gregg's hobby is shooting, is there any sort of advantages that come with that?
I mean, you made your character. Did you put
I
enough
guess
in
we will
hand-eye
find out.
coordination?
Okay, that first one. Now, that first one was
Okay.
12, which makes it an
Okay.
18.
Oh yeah, that first one definitely hits. So.
Oh yeah, wait. Does the
yeah,
handgun
I mean.
have a crit option, or is it just the normal crit options? Does the handgun have a special crit option?
No, it's got the regular crit options. So I think it's the knockdown prone, the double damage, the what else?
Since I already said I was gonna take both shots, do you want me to roll that second attack now and then combine all the damage or anything that happens?
I will have you roll damage for the first one, and then tell me what you're doing with the crit.
Okay.
Like, are you doubling damage? Are you crippling?
He's a simple man.
So you're gonna double the damage?
I think he's just gonna double the damage.
Okay,
Which would take
okay.
from a 5 to a 10.
And now
then
roll the next one.
Second shot, um, poetically, is a critical miss.
Oh man. Okay. Because
Do you want me to go ahead and? Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So
Yeah.
So if you want to describe,
Boom!
if you want to describe how this deranged axe murder is charging you.
So he like pulls out the axe, and I look back, waiting for Mr. Nunn to fire with his fancy gun, seeing him do that, and I go, "No, look, always keep it loaded. It's not like it has any drawbacks or it's gonna mess up the gun or anything." And I go, "Boom!" And then the second one, it just clicks and jams, and he's like, "Shit. Okay, maybe there's some drawbacks." And I will like begin swapping to the shotgun.
And with that critical shot, I'll say you hit him like right through the neck here, so where it's not blowing out where he's bleeding everywhere, but it's pumping out because he is fucked up. Okay,
That's how we do
but
it
he's
down in Chicago.
but he's still coming with an axe. Like he's like, hey, I'm going down swinging at least.
Hey, normally it
So
only takes one
who was
357
no,
round to kill a man.
yeah. Now, Maya, what was your roll?
2.
Okay, and then Clayton, what was yours? Oh no. So who was
Is
who
that
was
a
up?
surprise?
Your detective.
Is there not a surprise round on him?
You know, yeah, you kick the door open. Yeah, I'll allow it. I mean, it's
we
he's
kick it open and go.
he's basically fucked already because that critical hit, like, he's
we
only
kick
a
it open and
man.
go, freeze! Boom!
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I will say that he spent his reaction to you all doing that, turning and literally running to try to advance. Because he didn't know how many people came through the door. He thought it might have just been one. And then there's 4 armed vigilantes coming through the door.
Right, Clayton.
Vigilantes.
Yeah. The B team coming in. Okay, let me roll against that real quick. All right, what's the damage? Because I crit failed. Oh. Yeah, it's
handgun is
1d6.
1d10.
Yeah, 1d10.
Oh shit, I thought it was 1d6. I thought the
Handguns are
rifle was 1d10.
The rifle is
Oh,
2d12.
yeah.
The shotgun's
Yeah.
2d12.
So humans aren't that tough, IRL. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So your action is to shoot him in the kneecap, killing him, and then Gallagher his head by dancing on it. Okay.
I am going to continue to take my action to shoot, however, because having never wielded a gun before in my life and never been in this kind of a situation, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I've spent this whole time lifting the gun up because it's so heavy.
You can fire, and I will say, with
This is
disadvantage.
hand-eye, right?
Yeah, with
With what?
disadvantage.
With
Since
disadvantage.
since you never shot a gun before, because you might accidentally spray somebody.
So that's a -2.
Clayton, you're on that. You're on that body, aren't you? You're on that body, aren't you?
No, it wasn't a critical fail. Just a -2. I have a -4.
You're on that body, aren't you, Clayton? Hey, I want you to roll damage.
What's the rifle
I think
damage?
it's oh, isn't it 2d10?
Is that 17?
Okay, now hold up. Now, to make this fun, I want you to roll a d6 and tell me the number.
1.
Oh! Oh, that's one of the worst ones you could do. So, that you Van Gogh Thaddeus. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and so you rolled a 1 and blew off Thaddeus's ear. No, you don't die. It blows off your ear. That's it. Like your ears just flops on the ground. You're alive. You're just deaf out of one side of your ear. So Thaddeus can only hear out of
Oh
one side.
my god! Add ears to the list. Ears
Wait,
to the
wait,
list. Before frogs.
And the worst
after
part is-
small spaces.
Yeah, and the worst part is all that gore that just blew off of the side of your ear is probably gonna land towards Dr. Nunn.
I'm gonna just hand the rifle back.
To the one-eared monster. I gotta get going. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how you solve a murder.
That's how you shot. You killed the murderer.
You killed a murderer and then they can't do the murder anymore.
Yeah, I gave him 15 HP, and then Riley goes 10. I go no. It's like...